live, but I what the hell? Let's go live. Let's do this. What is today? It's Wednesday. This is hump day for most of you, but I got the day off. After working 6 days in a row at 12 hour. By the way, Bert, I heard what you said about me. Shout out to the replay crew, by the way. You don't have a clue what I do for work, so there's that. And you can project all you want to about what I do and don't do at it. But hey, you know what? At least somebody acknowledged I work. I told y'all what I do for a living, and you don't listen to me. Damn it. Like I said yesterday, I took all these FCC radio elements years ago so I could be a glorified school janitor for the U.S. Postal Service. Does that make sense now? Have we clarified that one? Can we put that one to rest now, please? And thank you so much. I sure would appreciate it. Now, Rebel, is that right? There was some sort of account that came in Blues Live last night when him and Foxman AC was up there for just a little bit. No link was dropped, but it's okay. Somebody wanted to drop it. It wasn't shared around, but that's okay. I would have got up there if I wasn't working at my non-job job, that is. So there's that. Come on, people, get in here. Let's go. Hop, do, chop, chop. Come on. Move it. So what I did is, thanks to my 3 terabyte hard drive, the server, is I posted a receipt from just a little over a year ago. It was sometime before they did the hashtags, or for our, in the chat, which really was the wisest thing they ever did, to try to put the kibosh on the clone sock accounts. Yes, Emo, I did offer to show you how people clone your ass, because then you can say, well, look, assholes, I know how you do this shit to me. To the whoop gang and the unpopular kids, UPK. Them assholes. No swearing on my channel. You guys know better than that. So anyways, I knew I had it, and I just had to find it. And I just, I had some downtime at work, and I decided I was going to just go ahead and post that. And you're welcome. That's you, Rebel. See, that is a guy that you thought, I don't know, well, I know why he does this shit. Because he's hate bonding. He needs people to go up against, like, the Golden Boy Tonic guy said last night, to go up against them guys, I guess. I'm sure. I believe that to be true. He did that to me. Forget them guys. Let's talk about me. This is all about Abe. Shout out. Let's talk about me. Every time I got on that dude's panel, he would go and get Rada, and he would go fork over Bird, and he would reel them in on his channel. Yep, that's exactly what he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. That isn't there. And he's not the only one who did that kind of shit. No. But he's one of the top tier ones that did it and still does that kind of... Yes, he does. He doesn't let anybody get up on his paneling. He was, I guess the other day he was like, oh, well, Abe, where's Abe? Come on, get over here. You know, get in my chat, coward. Oh, that's right. I got him blocked. Duh. Yes, you do have me blocked. And you've had me blocked for a long time. Long-ass time. So you're in that same category, that's categories, as Black Rose 21843, Aussie Manda, to name a CC Truck 17, that blocked me on YouTube. Yes, you are. So there, Bedtime Clowns, old lady who blocked me off of his channel, 3 years ago now? At least. Hey, who's counting, right? I am. Damn straight I am. Katie, blame Katie, who had her first moderator, Lucifer16, blocked me in her chat when she first went live. Yes, that one too. So anyways, yes, that's what these people do. They talk shit about you, and then they block you, and then they bring in their channel, and they bring people on to be their shining white knights. That's how this game works. For so many people out here. You don't see me doing that kind of shit, though, do you? No, you don't. You just don't. Where is everybody? Make a comment or two. Don't be bashful. Come on now. Talk to me. I don't bite too hard. I'm not going to sink my teeth, my fangs into you that too deep. Don't worry about it. But see, Connie, these people are not your friends. No, they're not. They are definitely not your friends. And they use you. They're using you. You're using you now just like they were before. Yes, they are. Paulie's all about content. He didn't care about any other shit. He comes and goes. We all knows. So there's that too. And that's just it. That is all it is. I'm not gonna there's no need to overthink this shit. It's real simple. The simplest terms. Anyways. What else is there to be said? I don't know. It's Wednesday. Now, if I was him, I would get the hell off of here, find somewhere to go work, and then go do it. I don't care if it's part-time. I would be looking for something full-time. There's plenty of jobs out there, even for the laziest mofo on the planet. That I guarantee. I've worked with them. Okay, I've worked with them. I have worked with the best of them. I've worked with the worst of them. I've worked with everybody in between. I have picked up so much slack for so many people, cover so many gosh darn holidays. See, I'm getting good at this now. So many weekends, so many turnover shifts, and then double shifts for people all throughout the years. Since I was since I was like 18, 19 years old. And a full-time college student covering this shit for people that are not. Well, that were not. So all they got to do is their job, which they just barely do that. They just do the minimum, enough to get by, and just so long enough not to get fired. Just like in the movie Office Space, right? Who is this in my chat here? What's this? Crusty Content 101. You know what I'm talking about. Good morning. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So, there it is. People like talk shit on the internet all the time. It doesn't mean shit. It doesn't. I could care less what people say about me on the internet. I never cared. Well, of course, if you talk like last night. Okay. Richard Cheese, and that Richard Cheese says, Well, all Connie need to talk about is Wade Paper Tyrant Wars. I haven't talked about Tyrant Wars in a long time. Long time, until Naven got in my chat and started trying to troll me over that same bullshit. And yes, let me explain to you how I operate. This is how I work, and I don't care if anybody likes it or doesn't like it. You don't like it? Tough nuggets. Go get some. They come in a six. Don't they come in a box of 6? I don't like those things, though. I miss popcorn chicken from KFC, though. Man, that was good. Anyways, if you come on my channel, or if I am on your channel, and you start talking about what the fuck ever, guess what I'm going to do? Just take a guess. I'm going to respond to what it is that you are trying to say, or whatever kind of history you're trying to rewrite, and I'm going to talk about it. Yes, the fuck I am. Yes, I am. That's how I work. Does that make sense? Who doesn't? When somebody starts talking shit about you, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna respond? You got 2 choices on that one. A, you can respond to it. B, you can just ignore it. Sometimes I do both. Okay, I do both. So when all he does is talk about the past. Well, take your past and shove it up your asses, okay? Shove it! Shove it! William, I'm blocked on your channel there, buddy. You gotta unblock me, please. All you gotta do is click my channel and the 3 dots and then just unhide me. I don't know if you had a moderator block me or something. Somebody blocked me. Are you out there? You have me blocked on your channel. I can't use your channel either. Not in this account. And that takes the fun out of it. So anyways, good morning anyway. So why is this so hard? Why is this no comprehende for so many people? Why cannot people not comprehend this language I speak, known as English? When you talk about the past to me, I am going to respond to you about the past to you. And I see the same people doing the same shit every single day. Every day on here. And I'm going like, bitch. I think you're talking about yourself in the third POV. What do you think? I mean, I think so. You know? Come on, people, wake up. I'm live for you. I'm doing this for you. Well, I mean, you know, get some shit out. No, I do not. Thank you very much, but no thank you. So, let's recap what I talked about this morning. We're going to pop quiz on this. Stay tuned. If you talk to me, if you come on my channel or any channel, I don't care if it's your channel, and you start talking about old shit, especially if you try to rewrite it, COVID's found this out the hard way, and he's obviously caught his attention, right? Right? Yes! Of course! Well, he's not the one who brought it up, but somebody else did. It was Queen Wasp. Does this whole dissertation comment on my channel, trying to shame me for sharing a link on this John Henzo 2 account that goes after people like Recruit Black Rose and those kind of, you know, toxic waste dump personas on YouTube. And so what about it? What about it? I'm like, Wasp, listen. You had people on your channel that called me a PDF file. For how long? And I didn't say, did I go at you for that? No, I didn't. The only thing I said is I got blocked on her channel while she had people like Hillbilly Man, Rick Crude, or who the fuck ever, talking relentless shit about me, calling me a frickin' PDF file. Yes, that happened. Hello? McFly! So, if you're good morning, Golden Eyes and Golden Boy, and now we need the other Fox in here, Mr. Fox Mulder. Anyways, I'm just calling it out for what it is. That's all it is. If you're gonna come at me and shit on me, I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is. Okay? If you don't like it, I'm sorry. I'm not changing you guys know me. I am not changing who the fuck I am for anybody on here. If you don't like it, then you will get a full refund exactly what you invested in it, which is the big fat goose egg zero. Anyways, how's it going? Wabbitstan is in the house. You know, I noticed that Black Rose 21843 avoids you like the plague. I wonder why that is. She hasn't so much as dropped a dot on Vegas Valley's channel since she was up there talking shit about to Stabby Shade for 6 fucking hours. I'm sorry. I don't care if you like Stabby or you don't like Stabby. Who's obsessed about who? For fuck's sake. 420's made like 200 videos or more on Stabby Shade. Have fun with it. I've tried so hard to get 420 to make one video about. Well, she's made a couple videos, you know, clipping some of my old like shit, but it's usually about other people, not me. And that's not fair. That's not fair. Anyways, it is what it is. Life's not fair and then you die. There it is, people. Stop me when I lie. No, she don't have shit to say about you. But I'm sure glad I shared Lisa B's channel with you. Because that is her little nest egg right there, see? That's her little hiding spot. Hiding in plain sight. So I'm sure she knows you're well aware of that channel. And you're welcome. You're welcome. My absolute pleasure, sir. Two can play at this game. Hell yeah, baby. Golden Eyes, I have something I have to say to you and all the others out here. You know, I appreciate y'all. I do. I mean, Golden Boy here in the chat was the one who was on panel with Lisa B, who said, just let him up. She was not letting me get on her channel after Black Rose got her to block me off of it. Well, she actually blocked me, her multiple channels myself, for over almost a full year because she couldn't take that shit. She could dish it out. She couldn't take it back. Still can't take it back. Now she does talk about Lady Di. All she does talk about Lady Di. Listen, find some other hobby. My destiny's not going to be harassing a 77-year-old lady who's disabled and just gets on the YouTube here and talks to some of her friends and hangs out and does whatever on her channel. I mean, she goes back a ways, don't get me wrong, to like the auditors and the cop watchers, you know, kind of like, you know, hanging around with them. Hell, I found an old panel of hers from, let me do the math here. God, this was like in 2018. So what is that? Almost 9 years ago? Where even Accountability for All is up on her panel. But I'm sure Black Rose knows all about this. Until now. But anyways, Rick Cruda's her new boyfriend, so that says an awful lot, don't it? Yes, it does. Eat shit, conspiracy theorist. When you come at me and start your shit up with me and try to rewrite the past, then I'm going to talk about the past. If you don't like it, that's just too bad for you. I have a little violin here playing right here for you on my shoulder right now. Just listen. Listen carefully. It's here for you. Anyways, so eat shit and good morning to you, by the way. Call out the people that talk about the past about people like me and who the fuck ever. So there is that. That could be Golden Eyes, but I'm just simply saying, I mean, who's obsessed with who? If I sat here and made 200 videos about one person on YouTube, and then who is psycho obsessed about who? I'm telling you, if you don't care about somebody and you don't care what they have to say about you, why the fuck would you go make 1,000 videos about them? Tell me. You tell me about 1818. Anyways, for fuck's sake, people, I'm just telling like it is. That's all I'm doing. Rose had a big mouth up there in Vegas Valley for over 6 hours, and she won't set foot on there now because she's scared of silly Wabbit here going up there and exposing some apparently awful truths about her bitch ass. I'm just telling like it is. I'm sorry if people don't like it. That's tough shit. Give me your receipt and I'll give you a full refund. I do not sugarcoat shit. I don't. I never have. You know me. You all know me and how I roll. And I don't roll snake eyes. Now, one thing I learned last night, on Blues, Willie said that I didn't know bullets used to hang out on Brett's and some of them channels. I don't doubt it. I didn't know that. That's interesting. I mean, But I only ever knew him from 4 years or so ago when he was going live on his own channel. And he did cover some interesting things. He talked about all the shit I do out here, like hate bonding and selective rage, manufactured drama, topics like that. And that's stuff I'm really into. You know me. Y'all know me. So, anyways. Let me use myself example. Shout out to All About A, by the way. Okay, people talked relentless shit about me on channels that they blocked me from for 3 fucking years. 3 years. Then they monopolized some guy's server, Hebrew Hammer Operator, monopolized that server for a half a year. And the entire server was devoted to talking nothing but relentless bullshit about me. And that was after Hebrew kicked me out of that thing, by the way. And that happened, yes, it did. The second server that he made, I was typing a comment. And I don't know if he saw me typing that comment or not. I don't think he did. But he completely nuked that entire server. And the reason he nuked that server, which he said on COVIDs, he admitted, was because of all the fighting in there with Kane Catharsis. Did you all know that? That's exactly how that went down. That's exactly how that went down. Biff Thundermuffin, on the other hand, whatever happened to him, shout out to Biff Thundermuffin, was running around trying to spread a false narrative that he took it down because he said that I doxed him on Queen Wasp's channel, which is bullshit. It was bullshit back then as it is now. Hebrew is the one who doxed himself. And the reason he did that is because Southwest Jeff was saying some bullshit lies about him that was not true. That's a true statement. I don't have anything against Southwest Jeff, but what he said about Hebrew is fucked up. And so Hebrew went hell-bent on proving himself, just like when Huckleberry and them are sat there and they baited him to get in her VC on her server and blasting him and making up shit about his past, his criminal history. Blowing it up way out of proportion of what it really was. Hebrew doxed himself multiple times. Is he out there anywhere? Are you out there, Hebrew? That's exactly what you did. That's what you did. And I'm the guy that told you not to do it. And why did I tell him not to do it? Because we the people fucking Tyrant Wars and Huckle fucking Berry and Rick fucking Crude were trying to get his shit. So they could screw with his family. They could get his docs. And you know how, you guys know the drill out here. When they get your docs, they start fucking around with your family. They try to figure out where you work. Nicolina had to quit her job at a state university because somebody figured out where she worked, and then they started calling the the complaint hotline or whatever it is. Yeah, that happened. I guess it was, I don't know how many calls they flooded there, but it was like, I don't know, it was 200 or what it was, but Jesus Christ. This is what people tried to do to me at the university that I used to work for, only they were too fucking stupid to figure out that I haven't worked there at the time, for almost 3 years. This is how stupid these people are. You dumbasses. And thanks to them doing that, there's a whole new policy at that university that was written because of me. Did you know that? Yes, there was, and there still is to this day. Now, I feel honored about that one. And yes, I am still rehireable at that university to this day. I remember when Rada and Rick Crude and all these mofos were running around saying I lost my job because I had an inappropriate sexual relationship with a female student, or plural students, which of course are all 18 up. No one knows some more. That is a fucking lie. Rick was dumb enough to show proof that when he looked at the old university website video, I still have downloaded off his old channel, that showed exactly what I told all of y'all. The Police and Public Safety Department was dissolved on July the 1st of 2021. I ought to know, I worked the last gosh darn shift. I guess I did. Sure as shit, yes, I did. And I'm proud of that, too. Bragging rights. These people are, third grade educational scholars. There are third graders, they're smarter than shit out there. The future Einsteins and Neil deGrazie's and what's his name? Steve Hawking. Okay? And Rick can't even spell the word receipts. He spells his recipes. That is fucking hilarious. I'm gonna screenshot that shit. Anyways, I said God. I am a God-fearing man. I believe in God. Yes, I do. And I do believe that God had a hella sense of humor when he made half of these people. I seriously do. It's hysterical. You have to see the humor in this shit. And don't sit here and think I'm saying I'm better than everybody else. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say there's some real crackerjack personalities out there that, how is it possible? How do these people survive? How do they survive? Oh my God. I just can't. I can't. Oh, be Jesus. You know, I got something to say to you, Trumpson. Your friend, Huckleberry, was dumb enough to buy into Rick Crude being Marine Force Recon. And I was the one that told this dumb bitch that Rick Crude never even went to see a recruiter, by his own admission. I got that clipped. She actually believed that Rick was a military veteran because he said so. Listen, people, I am not a military scholar, and I never proclaimed to be. But you don't have to be to know that you're not Marine Force Recon or Special Forces shit until at least you graduate from boot camp. I mean, there is that. Come on. Come on. I don't think they can. You can build yourself up to that, just like you would going to boot camp to get yourself physically fit ahead of time. Yeah, you have to do that, or you probably ain't going to make it through that one. Although to this day, I can still run through a whole like line of tires, not a problem. I'm pretty well coordinated in that area. But anyways, don't ask me to climb no ropes and clear no 8-foot walls. Hey, if I was getting chased by a T-Rex or a Velociraptor, I could probably do just about anything. Scale that mofo before I get eaten alive. Anyways, but good God, y'all. Good God, how stupid can you be? Y'all hear how Rick Crude talks to people on the phone that work for the government? Oh, he fumbles with his words. He can't talk right. He doesn't even know simple terms. Bedtime Clown. Bedtime Clown here is him and his buddy there, Rick Crude. He was in his chat the other day. So we'll play the guilt by association game here. Is a hell of a pseudo-psychiatrist online. And, there's not really high demand for him out there, thanks to guys like BTC and his buddy Rick Crude there, who diagnosed me the condition was fucked up in the head. Bedtime Clown. I am going to I'm going to collapse if you come up with something new. If you have some new content, some new material when you come on my channel, I'm going to declare a holiday out here in lieu of your name. I will email the CEO of Google because I got his email address, thanks to a buddy of mine, and I will email him directly and tell him this on your behalf. If you don't challenge me, I'll do it too. I remember the nasty gram email I got back from their corporate office saying how it's not appropriate to contact executive members or executive partners of their team. But because in light of this, in retrospect, they're going to assign me a member of management to look into my claim. I have that email archived on so many thumb drives, terabyte hard drives. That thing is never getting lost. And I got my channel back off of it too. So there is that. Brian King, how you doing this morning? Listen, I don't think Bedtime Clown here took intro to psychology. Did you take any college at all? If you did, you fooled me. But I did take intro to psychology, and I passed that class. And that was my undergraduate, my what you call a lower division class. And I think that qualifies me more as a pseudo-psychiatrist on the internet over you and your buddy Rick Crude. So there's that. Anyways, you know something there, Trump said? You call Huckleberry a fully honorably discharged veteran. No, she is not. Hello, TOS. Good morning. How are you doing today? How are you doing? I did some digging into that and talked to some people of mine. A couple of which are actual veterans. I remember talking to two guys that were still active duty in the National Guard, and they laughed at that. They said you gotta do like 20 years. You gotta do like, I think as a part-time soldier, you gotta do 20 years in the National Guard active duty, and again they're a part-time citizen soldier, unless they get activated for like some war or something like Afghanistan, Iraq. Totally, yeah. Then they become part of regular Army or Air Force if they're in the Air Guard or Army Guard. But if you're just in the National Guard as a part-time soldier, you got to do 20 years to get all of those benefits, including the VA and all of that shit. You care to enlighten us and just sort of indulge us and tell us a little bit more to debunk and discredit that? So, I remember when I was really young looking at all this kind of shit and being told something just like that. Anyways, you taked to someone? Yes, I talked to someone. Forgot the L. I've talked to a lot of people, actually. A lot of people. But no, I'm sorry. Albert Mell. Albert Mell, you want to diss him? He's a retired veteran. He did 20 years in the Army. That's your branch, buddy. That's your branch. And he said, no, she's not a veteran. And I agree with that. I don't know, she is not a veteran. Go make some more videos about it. Bedtime Clown disappointed us last night because he didn't go live and talk about Abe was a fake cop again. We didn't get that out of him. I thought Naven was going to be his MC, his co-host, but that didn't happen. All he did was make community tab about Connie. It's all he did on his channel. I'm very disappointed in you, BTC. Let me tell you. Anyways, there's not much to talk about. Trump said with. He lives in a fantasy land. He does. He literally does. Why this guy, in his position that he is in, would sit there and white knight. Well, BTC used to hate Bond with Huckleberry too, and don't sit there and deny it, because yes, you did. You absolutely did. How many video downloads do you want me to go dig out of my vault for that one? All y'all did from back then. The original Abe Nayers, yes, y'all, you did. Now, if that isn't desperate, I don't know what is. Seriously. Where's 420 Moon? Where's she at? I was under the impression you was going to go live last night like you did in the olden days and talk shit about me and bring all your old friends on. But you didn't do it. So shame on you, Bedtime Clown. You let us down last night. I directed my entire audience to your channel. There was like 28 people in the chat at the time? There's 20 now, and I told them all about your channel and how you're going to go live, and you're going to blast me because your better half, Voodoo Queen, got me blocked. Remember, she blocked me she blocked me for 3.5 years ago now. I think she blocked me. Yeah, she blocked me. Anyways, what else is there to talk about? What is their thing? This Bullets for Teeth thing. That guy right there. I knew that guy 4 years ago, and he went live, and I would get in his chat and hang out. He didn't. I don't know if Incel X got around at the time. I'm not sure on that. I'm not sure. I know that I know Nicolina they were friends at one time. That I know. I didn't know that until more recent, however, because I didn't even know they even knew each other. But that's interesting to learn that, see? I remember when I had X Factor in my panel, and Bedtime Clown got up there and started saying, started talking about their small channel. That was hilarious. I had to make that public again. Well, X Factor, how many subs has X Factor got on their channel? Couple thousand, or was it 4,000? I don't remember. 3,000. I don't know what the number is. But anyways, Keith Anderson. Keith Anderson is not blocked on my channel, so there's that. And him and I have had many of words, and we will continue to do so, because he's a diehard 69 Mammy fan. Who hasn't been on here since January of 2000. Oh, God. How long ago has this been? 2025? It was like January 10th or something of last year. Is Miss Joe out there anywhere? Is she out there? Does anybody know where she is? She'd know the date. But anyways, I remember her chilling chats, and there was not a thing that was chill about her chat. I can assure you of that. Not one thing. Not one thing, and she would always privatize those streams every single time. That hillbilly man that was hate bonding with Huckleberry, just like Black Rose and Dragon Classy, them ones. And I so want to know what happened between all of them. All right. Somebody knows the truth out there. Perhaps that someone is you. Shout out Unsolved Mysteries. Robert Stack. Somebody out there knows the truth about all of that. And I want to know it, and I want to know it now. Somebody tell me about the truth about what happened. Huckleberry's your buddy, Trump said. Tell me what happened between her and Draggy, Classy Diamond Art, and Hillbilly Man. And who else? Who's the other one? I forgot one of them. I want to know. I want to know the answers to these questions. And if you've got some juicy shit on that, I would love to have it. And I do reward nicely. I'd love to get that information. I'm not looking for any doxing information on anybody. I want to be clear about that. I don't want any of that. I just want to know what happened between them. Why did they all split up? What there were separate reasons why her and Dragon Classy and Hillrod Spam, and I guess Black Rose is still one of her friends, but that should come as no surprise, none whatsoever. Just like Trumpy here, Trump said, not to be confused with the other guy. I know the real identity of Trumpy. I do, not this guy right here. I know who this guy is, and I've never put it out there, but I want to know who Trumpy is, the other guy. That was part of wasn't he part of Whoop Whoop Gang or some shit like that? Because I know everybody said they said he was some guy up around Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I remember this, and I remember what name they said he was, and I'm going to tell you right now, that's not him. I know exactly who that guy is, and he knows I know who he is, and I've never put it out there. Never. And the true identity behind him is almost in plain sight, but not. So anyways, he knows. I think he knows that I figured out who he was a while ago. Quite a while ago. And that's okay. Your secret's safe with me, buddy. I won't say anything. I won't tell anybody about it. And that. So I will. Your secret's safe with me. I don't dox people, so there's that. I've had people offer me money for shit like that, and I've declined each and every single time. I had somebody offer me $400 for a picture of Navin Johnson, which I do have, and I've never sold it. No sale. I hope he's out there somewhere. That is true. That is very true. I had somebody offer me 400 smackers. It started out at like 150 or some shit like that. And as time went on, it made its way all the way up to 400 buckaroos. And I said, nope, not today. Sorry. Someone I know. And I says, no, I'm not selling that picture. It's not going out there. Yes, he is an asshat at times. But I really don't have anything with him. I don't. And I understand his frustration when I called him out about 3 years ago, and he was right. But Navin didn't give me enough time. And what he didn't know is I was already going at all these other people that were doing that shit, that were hanging out on the Friday fuckeries and calling me a PDF file and all this bullshit, saying that I had multiple felony convictions for harassing some dude on the Citizens Band CB radio in around LA. And that's why I was off of YouTube for 2.5 years, because I was in the federal slam taking a swim. In other words, behind bars in the federal penitentiary. That never happened. And I still do have every single one of my FCC radio licenses that were ever issued to me. They are still valid today as the day I got them. I've had a ham radio station license since I was in freaking high school, and I still have it today. Still valid. I've made sure to renew that thing every 10 years. It's 10 years, and there you go. People are fucking stupid asses. Well, that is it. You'd be a fool to do that. And that's what I've told everybody. Black Rose doxed the living shit out of this guy, News Now Preston, and whether he chooses to acknowledge or believe it or not that's his business. That's not a me problem. But he did do that. I mean, she did do that, And the silly Wabbit is a better man because he's not releasing any of that information. Why would you? You would not. You wouldn't do that kind of shit. No, you wouldn't do that. So there you go. What are you talking about? What girl left the middle of debate? No, I listened. Trump said, "What do you want from me? What do you want?" I'm told you already that I firmly believe. I'm sorry, it's clearing my throat there for a second. That the Cold War ended in the year that she enlisted for a valid reason. Okay. When they seen her sign those dotted lines, which I have always given this psycho babe credit for, bitch, whatever, that she did actually enlist. She did exactly what she said she did, but she over-embellished by quite a bit. She enlisted in the Minnesota Army National Guard, and then she just never went in it. But she didn't have to go in it, and I'm telling you right now, all 22 of you in my chat, okay, listen to what I'm telling you. The Joint Chiefs of Staff at the Pentagon, okay, the 4-star general themselves, and there was a 6-star general, not a 5-star. They were all together, and they all brainstormed this whole thing, and they said, "Listen, guys, listen. We want to end this Cold War once and for all. And what do you gentlemen propose?" And they said, "Sir, we propose that you go to Huckleberry in Minnesota, you get this dumb bitch to sign the line and enlist in the Minnesota National Guard, and then that's all she's got to do. She don't got to go in it, and then she can create a YouTube channel. And thank you, COVIDs, for introducing her around to this entire fucking community. And you're welcome, because yes, he did. That's how it all started and all began. Well, she was hanging out with the watchdogs, and that guy showed her the around the 1A stuff. So anyways, she signed that dotted line, and that is when all the USSR, the Soviets, okay, Yuri. Y'all seen the movie No Way Out with Kevin Costner? That was back in like the late 80s, 88, 87, 89 that came out. It's a good movie. That movie was based on the idea of enlisting Huckleberry in the National Guard and ending the Cold War once and for all, and it worked. So you guys do a shout out to her for ending the Cold War. And that's why she never had to go in there, don't you see? So anyways, you might say I'm full of shit, and that's okay, because I probably am on this one. But it makes for some good, fun talk anyway. You want to talk about McDonald's? We'll talk about McDonald's. I will sing it to you. Connie sang to us, and we heard it on Blues Live last night, see? It was grand. So I will now sing you a little tune, too. Are you ready for this? Here it comes. All right. Troops, mount up. Mount up. Tally-ho. Tally-ho. All right. You need a place. You need the taste. You know the one, McDonald's, for food, folks, and fun. See, I don't like this whatchamacallits. That was a great candy bar, but I still make it. It's hard to find, though. It's hard to find. But that was the 1990 McDonald's theme. I'm not into this, but I'm loving it shit. That came out way back when I was working for Target, back in like 02, 03. I like that original. I like that one. That was before all the helicopter parents killed off Ronald McDonald and all the other characters right along with them, because they said they were toxic for their kids, and we can't have this, so we got to get rid of them. And they bitched and complained to corporate, and they said, no more Ronald McDonald and Friends. You are canceled. That's what happened. And that's when that all the other shit which you see today into play. How the Happy Meal survived all this time, I don't know, but didn't they replace French fries with like apples or some shit like that? Who that hell wants apples? Little chopped up little, flavorless apples in a little bag, processed apples in place of frickin' French fries. Fuck that shit. Anyways, I speak from a kid who ate once a week, got a Happy Meal in the 80s and in the 90s. I remember they used to fry their French fries in beef grease and beef oil and all that, and it was so good, so damn good. And they're not. Don't get me wrong, they're not bad today, but they're so dry and hard, and they gotta add all this seasoning to get some flavor. And I'm like, oh, this is just not the OG recipe that we grew up with and we come to know and love. Oh God, they're bringing some of that back. They brought the blueberry apple pie, but see, they added cream to it, which I think it tastes better now than back in the day when it was just all blueberry. They got rid of my favorite, which is strawberry, for now. It'll come back later. And then they got the deep fried apple pies, the original 1968 recipe that was made in somewhere in Pennsylvania, I believe it was, by some couple that owned a bunch of McDonald's back then. And they got rid of they ixnayed all that in 1992, and so it's been that long since they brought those pies back. Get them all supplies last. I think they're just going to run all summer with them. I'm going to find out here in a little bit because I'm going to go there myself. I'm going to get one of each, and I'm going to get one of each of them. Remember when Prime inhaled 5 of them things on a live stream one time? Who's got that clip? I really want that clip. He's just inhaling 4 of them damn things. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have contemplated trying to beat the world record in the Guinness World Record in that, and I might just try it one day. But I'm not going to try it until they bring back them strawberry pies. The hell with trying to inhale a bunch of apple pies. I want strawberry pies. That's what I want. And I'll see if I can beat the world record. I bet you I could do it too. Might require a trip to the ER for a stomach pump, but hey, what the hell? It's a Guinness World Record. Anyways, I got insurance. Why not? Ought to count for something. Oh, be Jesus. So Trump said, why didn't I say go Navy? I should have said go Navy. That's all Trump said. Trump said, you have all the answers to all the questions in the world. Why would you possibly need, what would you possibly need from me? Not for you. Not for you. So again, 4.5. You keep that shit up. I am gonna make a sock account. Only it's not a sock account because I'm gonna tell all y'all who I am. Don't make me make a sock account that says 4.5 months because I'll do that shit. You know me, I will. Minute that bitch goes live, I'm dropping a dot in her channel and getting blocked. Okay. I got a receipt, by the way. I got a receipt that I was the very first person, probably the only person that's ever gotten blocked from We the People Tyrant Bitches channel. I got that receipt. I have it. And I have the date that it happened, and it was 3 years ago. And they accidentally forgot to block or to make their thing for members only. And I got in the chat at 2 a.m. when they did their premieres. I don't know why they did it. I never could figure out why they did their video premieres 2 a.m. I'm like, are you waiting for the shit show to end so you can just make video? Why would you do that before? Then they can give them something to talk about. Anyways, I never got that. There was somebody that used to get on Poor Dirt Farmer's panel and use their avatar, and I don't remember who it was. I'd have to go back to the old archives. And he never got struck for that either. I don't know. Whoever that was had to be involved in them. And I can't remember who that was. Trump said, you're spurging because you're mad because I gave your bestie all the honors that she deserves. Okay? I told you that it would not for her. We'd still be in the Cold War today and talking about, uh, we'd be talking about, what do they call them? Soviet sympathizers and things like that before ISIS and Al Qaeda, all that shit came around. The global war on terrorism became the big thing. The 9/11 hit. Well, it was after that, but you know what I'm talking about. But prior to that, it was all about, who was a communist sympathizer and who wasn't. Anyways, let's see here. Wait, I'm not ragging on Navy at all. That's an inside joke. Ask Trump so I said that. One of my grandpas served in the Navy in World War II. So one was in the Army, one was in the Navy. UPK, are you out there for your Abe blotter book? Get it out, whip it out, and whip it good. So you was whipping. So anyways, I love the Navy. I love it. If I was going to go in any branch today, as long as I wasn't stuck on a submarine or something like that, I would probably go that route. But then again, there's a Space Force too. But I know people that went in the Air Force, and they said that boot camp was like hell because they went through like 3 pairs of boots because all they did was march all the damn time through the whole thing. And it almost seemed like that's all they did. And the Space Force is run by the Air Force. And I think they train down there in San Antonio, Texas, because they want to be as close to Rick Crude as humanly possible, don't you see? Get his expertise on how to run that new branch of the military, and that. So I probably wouldn't go that. Navy would probably be. I'd be black shoe. I'd be a black shoe. They call them. That's what I'd be. So go Navy. It's a shout to Navy. I'm definitely not dissing our fine men and women in the white, the sailor uniforms. Well, they always wear white. I like their blue camo uniform. That's my favorite. That's pretty cool. I'll give it that. Remember the Army had that checker, that digi uniform. I didn't care for that too much because they said it was like better camo and stuff, and it turned out not to be. It was like another bad ideas. So I'm like, oh shit, man. I mean, I'm partially colorblind. Y'all know this, and I'm like that. I can see those like troops that are hiding with those digi uniforms, camo uniforms, like sticking out like sore thumbs, because I can see the pattern of them a whole lot way easier than I could their old camo, attire, BDUs and all that. I'm like, why? Not my decision to make, but I sure paid for it, and so did you guys. So, anyways, but it's amazing. You'd be surprised for a lot of the shit the troops have to pay for, and I don't think they should have to pay for a dime of it. If you sign up and serve in the military, anything, all that shit should be free. All of it. I don't mind paying for that at all. It's better to see my money go to waste on like earmarks in Senate bills, House bills, and all this shit, and unaccounted for money which they don't know where it went. Well, they know damn well where it went. They still want us to know. So, anyways, let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Trump said is paragraphing my channel. And thank you very much. I do much obliged. Keep them coming. Every time I say Huckleberry prevented the Cold War, he just goes, I love this shit. This is what he does in my chat, people. This is what he does. And I have the thick skin for it, too, because I grew up with AOL chat rooms and Yahoo groups. And you couldn't like delete comments and time people out when they started spamming the shit out of the chat rooms. So there it is. So you can by all means keep talking. You can keep going. It's fine. I don't care. I just don't give a shit. I think it's hilarious. Spurg it out of my chat because I'm making fun of your girl. I get it. Okay, I got you. I got your 6, buddy. Roger that, sir. Wait a minute, what a sir? Remember, I want to take my rifle apart in front of my CO, my commanding officer, too, who's not just a sergeant Wouldn't that be an NCO? I think. But I want to take my rifle apart in front of the current captain. And the captain is the commanding officer of the base, so there is that. Could SEAL possibly stand for commissioned officer? I don't know. Let's ask Trump. Said he was in the army. He really was retired and all that. I don't see Albert Millen here right now, so well, what the hell? Ask him. But I'm sure we'll get a straight answer out of him. Not likely in our near future. By the way. So there is that. Oh, I swear to God, just can't. I just can't. Now Trump said I am on the panel here, so don't sit here and accuse me of hate bonding against you. But I think it's pretty hilarious. Non-commissioned officer, non-permitted officer, NPO. Anyways. Who was it? Was it Huckleberry? Somebody, one of these little villagers out here, idiots that is, said that Nemesis got a court-martial and got just finally discharged. Nemesis is in Spartacus. No, he did not. No, he didn't. I got a picture. I still got a picture of his what is this 256 document? His certificate, his honorable discharge paper, the certificate. And his DD-214. Not just Roadhog Kennel. He put it up on one of his other channels one time, and I got it. Y'all could have downloaded it. Nemesis got an NJP is what he got. That's the Marine Corps. He was in the Marines. And he went UA, which means unauthorized absence, which is kind of a Navy, Marine, what they call it, instead of AWOL. And he came back to the base, I don't know, not even just like a day or two later or some shit like that. He didn't desert. He might have had dessert, but he didn't desert the military, no. I think you got to be UA for like 30 days or more before they consider that one a factor, I think. My memory serves me right. Maybe Trump said can fill in the blanks there too, but he's busy taking pop shots at Silly Wabbit in the chat. I think it's hilarious. You're welcome, Wabbit. It's your daily dose of Trump said. What can I say? God, this is so funny. Can't make this shit up either, people. Can't. So no, Nemesis got what's called an NJP. Do you know what that means, people? What that means, it means you got a non-judicial punishment. That's what that means. It is not a Article 15 it's a court-martial. An NJP is just, you might get confined to, you might not get like a freedom pass for a weekend, confined to quarters for a couple of weeks, or what the fuck ever. Peeling potatoes on KP. Kitchen patrol or police. Whatever the hell they gave him. I don't remember what he said. I think he just got restricted duty and he had to be confined to base for a couple of weeks or some funky shit like that. And it did not go on his military. I think he said it probably kept him from getting promoted to the next rank. He never said that he was a gunnery sergeant. He was a corporal. That's what he was. He was which is a step above a lance corporal, is what it was. And so there you go. He was a corporal. Yes, he was. His discharge documents indicate that. Yes, they do. He did his 4 years active duty, and he did the inactive reserves for a couple of years, and that's what he did. Nemesis is not lying about that. He is a full-fledged veteran. He's eligible to get a VA card if he's got one. I think he said he signed up for the GI Bill. I don't know if he ever used it or not. I don't remember what he said about that, but he did his tit. She did this whole tour, and I will put my entire reputation on the line to tell each and every one of you that he was fully honorably discharged from the Marine Corps. He was not given a less than honorable. He was not dishonorably discharged. He wasn't given any kind of admin discharged. He didn't get an ELS discharge, what you Army guys what's called IAT or something like that. He didn't get that. That's what he got. I'm just telling you what he got. Nemesis is a real veteran. Yes, he is. There's no lie. So anyways, moving on from that one, where are we at here? You can Google what I said if you want to. That's fine. But I've seen Nemesis's shit. I have seen Lady Di's husband's records. Also, I have copies of those. Yes, I have. I do. He showed them to me in person, in the flesh, when he was still alive. His original discharge documents. And he does, and Black Rose, that's another one you lied about. Her husband, yes, he sure as shit does have two DD-214s. Yes, he does. You might think that's crazy, but of that time period, he was in the Air Force, is what he was. And he came out at the rank of a technical sergeant, a tech sarge. As I recollect it, a rank below a master sarge. Her husband was, in fact, in Vietnam. He was in the Vietnam War. His discharge document says all that, too. He was the real McCoy. He was the real deal. That is correct, Willow Wabbit. And she set the record straight on that when she said she didn't do that for 15 years? I think she said it was 16 years. So she got in the room to be up there talking shit about Lady Di's anything. I'm not going to repeat any of that shit. None of that. That needs to be let go, let rest. You can hate her all you want to. You can curse her till hell freezes over. But God bless it. Do not talk about her what she had been through. That's bullshit. And that's what they were doing on Lisa B's. Black Rose is up there doing it too. In retrospect to what Will Wabbit just typed in the chat. You got some room to talk about that. Somebody else's tragedy. And that's bullshit. And that's a real story that really happened. And it's really unfortunate. That was a very aspiring human life. Gifted a voice of God in choir and had a hell of a singing voice. So anyways, I'm not going to get into that. But those people sat up there and made a mockery of that on Lisa B's, and that is bullshit. Rick Crude, Black Rose, they were all up there laughing it up. And I saw just about not even a minute of it, and I was sick to my stomach, and I was done with it. I'm like, I'm not even gonna watch this shit. Anyways, these people should take a look at themselves in the mirrors as far as I'm concerned. I mean, you can go after someone all you want to, but you really shouldn't go after them over shit they've been through. That actually does cause PTSD. That is not military affiliated, obviously. Anyways, where was I at? So Black Rose knows better. She knew better then, and she's, I believe in karma. Every dog has its day, and she'll get hers. It's payback's a bitch, and God is watching us, as far as I'm concerned. So there you go. Karma works in so many. You guys have some of the stories I could tell you. I already told you guys I almost blew my hand off when I was like 12 or 13. I was 12. That did happen. Yes, it did. God is my witness, and God, I tell you, if I didn't have 9 lives that day, I've got like 2 remaining, because that was worth 7, and I almost blew my entire hand off with an M80 firecracker. A friend of mine gave it to me in 1993, and I lit it on the 4th of July. I've told you that story already, and I was just very lucky. We will do a Help for Hope fundraiser. We'll do it sometime. We'll figure it out. We'll do a for me almost blowing my hand off when I was a kid. That did happen. Yes, it did. It didn't happen, but it almost happened. See, so trust me, I can count all 10 of them today. Anyways, what else was I going to talk about? Where was I at? Trump said your girl there, meaning Huckleberry, has said some real fucked up foul shit about people's kids. I'm going to tell you that right now, and I do mean that. And I'm not going to repeat any of the shit she said. No, I'm not. I could go into a lot of detail on that. I'm not gonna. Anybody that's been around long enough knows exactly what I'm talking about. Yes, they do. And I do too. Anyways, that I will say this about that Last Day of Freedom guy, that Jeremiah guy, Jeremiah Payne. I'm not white knighting or simping for this guy. I'm not justifying for what he did, but she kept playing that video. I was on her panel a couple of years ago when she was trying to shame me for shaming her for replaying that video over and over and over and over and over again. I'm like, you're as big a piece of shit as he is, if not worse now, because you keep replaying that video over and over and over and over again. Am I wrong? Am I wrong about it? I don't think I am. So there you go, Trump said. Go tell her I said that too, by the way. What kind of piece of shit does that? Well, there's your answer right there. Anyways, where was I at? This is 1993. That was 33 years ago. 33 years, over 33 years ago now, but just over it. We're here, and it's still Christmas in July. Shout out to Hallmark. But anyways, what's so funny after that happened? The thing that was annoying me the most is the tinnitus that I had it was my left ear, because I turned my head sideways when that thing blew up in the air. And I had tinnitus for, I swear to, I probably still got it. I've just gotten so used to it now. That little ring, that annoying continuous ring in my ear because of that firecracker. But more than getting pelted with little pieces of paper shrapnel and all that. You know what I mean? So I didn't have to do any, they didn't amputate anything. I didn't have any skin grafts or anything like that. I was okay. I survived. I will survive. Anyways, I can't sing that one because I don't know the lyrics. But we'll do a Help for Hope, or what is it called? Help for Hope, donation, thingamajigger. And what I'm going to do is we're going to do a fundraiser for Abe almost blowing his hand off with an M80 firecracker in July 4th of 1993. And all proceeds are going to go to, we'll figure something out. We'll figure something out. It'll be some charity, like Tunnels for Towers, or what is it called? Help me out here, St. Jude's, or Salvation Army is a good one. I used to volunteer with them for a lot of years. And there's Red Cross too. You got the Southern Baptist. You got a lot of these different organizations that help out a lot and do a lot for the community. We'll do something like that. We'll do that when I go live to my panel, and we'll do like a little fundraiser thing for that. It's going to be called the July 4th of 93. To save Abe's hand from getting blown off. Foundation, unofficial, of course. I haven't registered as an NPO yet. Stay tuned, people. For a long time. Anyways, comma Inc. Pseudo. Hey, we got pseudo psychiatrist out here, like Bedtime Clown and Rick Crudes. So what the hell? Have another. Masters of Malpractice. Where are we at here? Are you still spurging out about Wabbit? Trump said. I just dissed your girl like all hell on here, and you have nothing to say to me? Come on, sharing means caring, my guy. Start shit posting about me again, please. Please do so. My time is very short here. You have to know this by now, and I'm not going to go 3 hours like yesterday. So there's that too. Biatch. All right, so Trump said, I did tell you this, though, now that we got you in the house here. I told you when you said $50 is chump change for a steakhouse dinner. And I said, look, if you can prove to me that B1 is this multi-metal silver star and what was the other one called? Bronze? Was it bronze and silver? And what was the other one? I forget. Some other kind of metal. If you can prove to me that he's got all that, then I will double the deal, and I will buy him and I will buy your dumbass each $100 steak dinner. That's $200 out of my pocketbook going to you two. And that offer still stands to this day. And that doesn't mean Huckleberry getting on her channel, running her mouth and talking shit. That doesn't mean nothing. That's just venting and rage, spurging out on the internet. That doesn't mean shit to me. Nobody talking on the internet that doesn't mean shit to me. I don't care. Please do not let me stand in your way. Please continue. Just make sure you give my channel a shout out and share my hashtag so that people can sub to my channel. All right, silver, bronze, purple heart times 2. Naven can be useful in these areas. Naven and I pick on each other like all hell. Yes, we do. But in sometimes he can be very useful and helpful. So thank you very much. There is that. Trump said, all you do is talk about that fucking dude, and nobody cares about him, or the only thing we care about is you shit posting in the chat. Please continue. If anybody times you out, I'll give you a big wrench too, because I don't want anybody timing you out right now. I'm having a ball. That's why I don't want to end this thing. I love it. I live for this shit. I love it when you come in my chat and you just shit post like crazy. And you're a man with a mission. You're unstoppable. You're unstoppable. Naven, you heard that. You can hold me accountable to this. I have $200 reserved in my bank account, right? A lot more than that. But I'm not rich. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a multi-millionaire like Mike Cerrone is. Now, I do believe that Mike Cerrone had an American Express credit card and a Discover card and every other credit card that exists on the planet. Only he's defaulted on every one of them. And he knows how many hundreds of thousands, is over 100 G in credit card debt. I typed that Vegas Belly chat. He didn't have nothing to say to me in return. Not one thing. He didn't have shit to say to me. Because it's true. And Mike Cerrone, I don't care what you guys say about Mike Cerrone. You give that man the credit he deserves. He told every single one of you that he knows the police in his area. Probably by first name. And that's because they've each and every one of them's arrested him at least twice. Now, twice. Maybe more. So the police, the Virginia Beach City Police, shout out to them, know Mike Cerrone, and he knows them personally. Yes, he does. Many of them had the opportunity to reward, to basically honor him and his former service. Of course, he said he was one of them before he crashed a squad car, got a DWI, and then he got promoted to federal agent right after that. See. So that's how that happened. Well, according to him, anyway. I'm sure if you call the Federal Protective Service, the FPS, which is initially where he said the agency that he was on, deep undercover and shit like that, and went on all kinds of military missions as like a Blackwater security contractor over in Iraq and Afghanistan or where the fuck ever. All of it. All the above choices are incorrect. And all of that shit. Of course, they would the FBI men in women. Got to be socially correct here. There are a lot of women in the FBI, but this was their ace in the hole, guys. Okay, the FBI would not be where it is in their position they are today if they didn't recruit a guy. Well, they must have absorbed him from the FPS, who took him from the ASPCA, you mangy mutts. So take a bite out of crime. Ruff McGruff, Chicago, Illinois, 60652. That's the area code. You send the postcards to. Anyways, so they recruited an ace in the hole, because we all know the feds always promote cops that get drunk and behind the wheel and just total collision out their squad cars. Who else would be worthy of people that argue relentlessly with a bunch of people on YouTube and screaming at the top of their lungs, keeping their neighbors awake all night and their elderly parents screaming in the kitchen? These are the kind of people they promote. What people that back child support, they get arrested for it. Over $100,000. I mean, who else would you give a security clearance to other than someone that owes over $100,000 in credit card debt? So there's that too. I told you guys I tell no lies. Well, maybe just a few here now, but it's all spinning for entertainment, don't you see? You know I'm being very serious about this. But I always thought just the opposite. They tend not to give people security clearances that are in debt to their eyeballs and in credit card debt and shit like that, because they tend to be afraid that, you know, you'd be a sellout to sell government secrets out that you got access to privileges to like, say, you know, maybe some of our enemies like North Korea or China. Just saying. Just a thought, guys. Just a thought. I'm spitballing here, you see. So there is that. Why did you guys make me go live again? Damn it. Why did you do this to me? Why did you do this to me? Mike Cerrone, I don't care what you say about him. He is something, okay? I'm trying to hold the tears back here. Can't you tell? I'm being serious about this, guys. For once in my life on this God-forsaken platform, this God-fearing platform, Jesus Christ be with you, brothers and sisters. But I'm telling you, he went from that to being a marriage counselor and a therapist on Flow State. That's where he started doing that, I believe. I still got that clip on my other channel. Flow State edited that out of his channel. He was so embarrassed having that guy on his panel for about, I don't know, like not even 10 minutes. And then he started cussing out, you know who came up on that panel? Tyrant Bird got up on that panel. You know that? He did. Yeah, he did. That was that one, Bird. Bitch, Bird. Biatch. I was going to say something about him. But nobody knows like Cerrone. Nobody does. And thank God for that. Seriously, people. Could you envision like a whole bunch of clones of him? It would be worse than a freaking like zombie apocalyptic attack. But can you keep this guy? He doesn't work. He sits. Steph doesn't work. How can she? She said if you work from home, how can you work from home and be in freaking Discord VCs all day and all night long? She camps out in the old Vegas Valley server. Camps out of Lucy Diamonds, and apparently she's over there in Pauly Crispy server, which I am not in. I am not in hers. I'm not in Rada's. I'm not in either one of those servers. And I guess a source out there had, and it was Blues. Was it Blues? No, it was Vegas Valleys. Said that he was over in Pauly Crispy server. Yeah, fuck Discord. It's full of demons. Over there camping out. She's in Discord all day long. And at night she argues, she gets on She gets a little woozy, a little tipsy, and gets up on Vegas Valley's and starts running her big mouth a million miles a minute, demanding receipts out of everybody else. But then when you call her out for shit, well, she'll say, well, it's over on so-and-so's channel. Go find it. It's there somewhere. I love when people tell me all the time. They say, the receipts are all over the place. They're all these different channels, and no, they're not. They're not there. Trust me, I've looked. If it was there, it's gone now. So you show the receipt. You're the one. If you're going to get out here and demand receipts out of everybody else, then you better put up or shut up yourself. Show one of them. Just one. One. I tell you. Why? You just can't. You can't. And no, Trump said, you can keep shit posting that in the chat all night long. And that's not what happened. I have the full entire 4-year-old crusty. That was a Lady Di panel when Axel Bailey, AK /Canada, brought him up on her channel under false pretenses that he wanted to apologize to her for calling her all a bitch and all kinds of names. And then he went to her and told her the same thing, or told her that about him, and then told him she wanted to talk to him. He brought her up on a panel, and that's when all hell broke loose. And that's about 20 minutes into that when I jumped on the panel and said, what the hell is going on here? So try harder. Much harder. I left that video up on Honest Abe Point 1 for over a freaking year, including clipping the part when I got on there for over 20 minutes. So I don't get this, put it out there unless you got something to hide. I put the whole thing out there, the entire 3-hour stream, and it was the last hour of that before all the shit went down anyway. So keep trying to rewrite history from 4 fucking years ago. It is not going to work for you. But I definitely encourage you, keep trying. I remember people saying I donated to that guy and donated to, who was it? The News Now Houston. Them guys. Neither one of them guys got 1 red cent out of me. I never donated to one of them. Not a one of them. I don't think that Houston guy, did that guy even take donos? Because that guy had such a big channel by that time. He was restreaming other auditors' content on his channel to help their channels grow while profiting off of the views on his channel. And he was making so much damn money off of it. And this is the truth, that I don't recall him begging for money at all. Do you? Anyways, not when all that shit was going on. I don't remember him putting his Cash App or his PayPal. I remember Patrick Roth, PayPal News Now Patrick, ripping on. That guy scammed a bunch of people out of a lot of shit, a lot of money. Yes, absolutely. He scammed Nemesis. That happened too. Yes, it did. Anyways, that's his story. Let him tell if he wants to. Keith Anderson knew shit, and neither did you. No, you did not. We talked about Glenn Lanebright. Shout out to him. And I remember who ran with Rick Crude and Salty Grant ran him off of YouTube. Yes, they did. And Axel Bailey came on in Glenn Lanebright's channel on a Rick Productions sock account. Yes, he did, and we all knew it was him. It only had 1 sub, dumbass. So try harder. That guy never even got on Glenn's channel to begin with. Never got on my channel either. So again, keep trying. Axel Bailey ran about 4 or 5 sock accounts. I'm trying to remember the names of them, but that was definitely one of them. I probably had more than one of them too. You're an idiot. I got all the receipts of that too, by the way, all of it. But I think that channel. I think that one channel is still there. The Axel's channel's gone though. I think he lost it. I don't know if he lost it or if he hit it. I have no idea. I don't have a clue. But that's the guy that would constantly, and if that guy's still on today, that's the guy who always jumps on that guy's panel to fuck with him. And when he lost his original channel, that's when he brought him on her channel, as in Lady Di's channel, because he didn't want to risk it for the biscuit on his own channel. See, instead he brought it to her channel. You want to keep going? Trump said. You weren't. I don't recall seeing you around back then. Trump said. So there's that too. But I'm gonna tell you something. Trump said, since you brought that topic up and you want to talk about that, let's talk about your friend Huckleberry there. I remember Huckleberry as a moderator in We the People Tyrant Wars channel, and I remember Beware Mouse getting in their chat from time to time and saying hello. I do remember that one. And I do remember somebody saying, hey, that is Beware Mouse. Alert, that's Beware Mouse. And they didn't have a wrench to knock him out. And Huckleberry did. And she did not. She let that guy carry on and keep talking. I got the receipt of that one too. It's still on my original channel, by the way. Go find it. It's still there. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. You got to go back a ways, mind you. This was 3 years ago, and over 3 years ago. But that's your friend. That's your buddy. So, anything else you want to talk about there, Trump said? Boy, I got him mad now. That's acquaintance for you, acquaintance. But that is absolutely true. Yes, that did happen, and more than once. More than once. Anyways, I know exactly who put that receipt out, too. A very likely, unlikely source, mind you, I would say. But it's the guy. I know the guy who wants $20 right now. If you can tell me who put that receipt out about We the People Tyrant Wars, since this has become the topic of discussion here again lately, and not by me either. I mean, y'all, you bring this shit up. All I do is entertain it. I respond to it. I talk about it because that's what you want to talk about. See, so there is that. No, yes, I did talk about her. Go tell her I said that. And anything else? Would you like fries with that? Number 2. There is a channel called Number 2 with Fries, by the way. That's got to be the most clever name I've ever heard of on YouTube. Shout out to him. Shout out to him. But yes, Huckleberry was a moderator in We the People Tyrant Wars, and the Beware Mouse came in their chats from time to time, said hello, mingled in the chat, and she mingled right along with him. There you go, Trump said. Anything else? Can I? So, anyways, that'll keep him spurging for a while. You're not denying it. You're not denying it, my guy. I remember this shit. I put a lot of these receipts. I'm not the one that put that receipt up, by the way. I didn't put that out. I know who did too. I just told y'all, $20 coming your way. Tell me who put that receipt out. 20. And go. Tell me who put it out. I'll give you. You know I'm good for it. If $20 makes your day, and you can go to the Golden Arches too, and you can go get yourself a nice McGriddle, which is I'm going to go do right now in a little bit here, then I feel good about myself. I do. Anyways, I have the receipt, sweet. I have it. So I think it's at Glockford. Drop the Ian off this channel and go to my community tab. You got to go back a ways, like 3 years, over 3 years ago. And you'll find it there. If I got some time, I'll go back and find it today. It's on one of my drives. I got some screenshots of this. I got a video of it. I know who put it out. And I told y'all, $20. All you got to do is drop a name in my chat. Whisper sweet somethings in my ear. Right here, right now. And tell me who that was. And you got $20. Give me your Cash App, your PayPal. I'm good for it. I am good for it. No, he does not. That's incorrect. So try again. There it is. there it is. Anyways, I love these tryhards so bad, so much. I love it. I love this. Keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming. All right. So, anyways, moving on from that. Where are we at here? Meth Drew. Andrew, no. Andrew did not put out that receipt. That's a good guess, though. I will give you. It's a very good guess. He did not put that receipt out. No, he did not. No. I don't even know if he knows about it, to be honest with you. Clashing with, or Ben, Keith Bowles. Clashing with Bow. I know who that guy is. No, that is incorrect, Mr. Sock Account. When Emo Brother was around, I was not on YouTube for 2.5 years. I completely missed that guy. I was not around for the Gary Snowflake character either, so you're wrong again. Do not pass go or collect $5, go straight to jail and draw an orange card. Put up a receipt of that. Quick, fast, I'm waiting. Make a video, put it up, tag me in it, whatever. I want to see this receipt of yours. I have never talked to Emo's brother in my entire life. I've never talked to him in a chat. I've never talked to him on a panel. So there's that. Not even once. Not even one single time. Next, please. No one's going to get the $20, though, I'll say that. Anyways. Trump says mad because I called his girl out more than once, and I'm glad to do it again any time of the week. Any day of the week, twice on Sunday. Just hit me up, and I got you. I got you. I got you. Let's see here. Yes, I did talk to him on Lady Di's panel once. Go back in the chat replay and shout out to the replay crew. That's all I got to say. So, anything else? I spoke to him one time when Axel Bailey brought him on Lady Di's panel. And I got up there to find out why he was on there from the start, and we figured out it was Axel Bailey that was behind all that one. Anything else you'd like to talk about? Sam's Club is an awesome place. Costco is too. I actually kind of like Sam's Club pizza better than I do Costco's. You remember when Little Caesars and Kmart? That was awesome. That was really cool. That was killer. I miss those days. I used to go there a lot. That was in the 90s, the late 90s, around the early 2Ks, back when their Kmart was a thing. Your blue light specials and all that. And I would go in there just to go to their little food court there and buy the mini Little Caesars pizza with the 3-piece or whatever was crazy bread. Oh hell yes! Do y'all remember when Taco Bell used to have Little Caesars mini pizzas, and it gave you a 3 breadstick thing too? It was to compete with like Kmart and them. That was awesome. Only what happened is hang on a second, I'll address that again because you're very triggered. Rick Productions did not get on Glenn Lanebright's panel. You are incorrect. But a sock account of his did that belonged to Axel in the chat. Yes, they did. That was Axel. Thank you very much. May I have another. Anything else on that one? Glenn would never let that guy in his panel. He would never let him in his chat. There you go. Now, back to the pizza thing. Why are you talking about this shit anyway to begin with there, Trump said? You seem to have some kind of like fetish with talking about Rick Productions. Do tell. Anyway, just saying. I'm just calling it what it is. Go make some videos. Make some commute tabs. Go on. Shoo. Skedaddle. I mean, you can stick around if you want to. I don't give a shit. But if it's said on YouTube, it must be true. Y'all know that. So there is that. Sam's Club. No, I never worked for Sam's Club. I will tell you again, we got 19 people in here. I was a school janitor for the U.S. Postal Service is what I do right now. It's my job. Bedtime Clown and Rick Crude and the rest of them jokers said that I was a school janitor, and then they said I worked for the Postal Service. So mix them together, you got a school janitor at the post office. That's what I do. That's exactly what I do. You got me, buddies. I have been had. I'm gonna delete my channel. You'll never hear Steve from again. I have been ran off of YouTube because people start flood calling the Postal Service, and I hope they do. I really hope they do. Because they figured out that I was a school janitor at the U.S. Postal Service. Shout out to the men and women doing their civil service, civic duty for the United States Postal Service. Thank you very much. Shout out to you. And very more. Anyways, what else do we have here? What else? Trump said, "Haven't you had enough this morning? Haven't you had enough of me? Have I not knocked you down to size enough? Keep shitposting. I want you to keep shitposting in the chat. It's funny. Do you use voice to text, or is your fingerprints all worn off? I can just see you like relentlessly typing in the chat because you won't bring your happy ass up on a panel, even if I do one anyway. I'm just saying." What was going on in Joe's panel? I don't know. There's a lot of things going on in Joe's panel. Just give me a quick lowdown on it. I don't know what exactly you're talking about there. I miss a lot of shit. People come at me all the time with the Lisa B, Lady Di wars on both sides of the aisle. I don't have a clue what they're talking about. I just tend to wing it. I speculate on whatever it's just more of the same. It's nothing new. I don't know what was going on at the Valley's panel, but I'm not trying to evade whatever it is you're talking about. There, sweet as sugar. I don't know what you're talking about. They talk a lot of shit on there. The moral police? No. If there is such a thing as moral police, you're sure, I'm going to be very clear with you on this right here, right now. You're sure as hell not going to find them on YouTube, drama panels or channels. No, I will be very direct on that one. There is no moral compass like out here. If there is, it's cracked, it's broken. The lead in it is dried up. There's nothing left to calibrate that thing with, and don't let anybody tell you any different. There is nobody out here that I know of in any of these channels that is the moral police of anybody else, and that includes myself. Yes, it does. I call people out for shit all the time. Yes, I do, but I'm gonna be straight up with you. I'm a very biased individual. I've got issue with a lot of people that have done a lot of dirty shit to me on this platform. And the Lord tells us to forgive, but not to forget. So there is that. There is that. A Snap-on truck just drove by me here, and didn't Mike Cerrone work for them too? I think I just saw him in the passenger seat. Hi, Mike. Bye, Mike. Well, that would insinuate he actually works, so there is that too. Abe needs more scared. I don't know what. So no, there is no Crafty Cat. They'll tell you, but no, there. If anybody out here tells you otherwise, you tell them to come see me, and we'll have a hell of a show. I will do a panel, and we'll let all these people get on there and duke it out, and we'll say there is nobody on here that is the moral police of anybody else or any of it. I'm sorry. Everybody out here is biased against somebody for some reason. So for many people, it's justified. I get it, like it is for me too. We all have our own reasons for hating somebody. I don't really hate. Hate isn't really. That's not the word I would use there. Like, for example, Black Rose. I don't hate Black Rose. I had a blast with Black Rose on News Now Preston's panel. It was so fun to get her triggered. I didn't have to try. Okay, I didn't have to try. Just me being on that panel drove her off the wall. She couldn't resist it. She could not sit there, stop trying to scream over me a million miles a minute on that panel and shit posting in the chat, just like Trump said is for the last almost an hour and a half. Okay, so there's that. There is that. Hey, how you guys? There's my buddy, my pal, my Reed Henderson. Anyways, whoever you are. You're you and I'm me. Nice to meet you. But I have my own reasons for not liking people like Tyrant Bird. I have my own reasons not liking Blame Katie. And I didn't like these people long before any lot of this other stuff even happened. Like years ago. Okay? So there it is. That's it. And I don't hate them. I just don't like them. I'm not a huge fan of Steph. Why? Because she's very vindictive, very condescending. She uses what little tidbits or what stories that she has to tell. She's not new out here. Okay, she knows a lot of the history, but then she tries to rewrite it. Brett Settlement said that here you are rewriting history, and that's exactly what she tries to do. And she puts in like a dramatic play, something Black Rose should probably take lessons from, and from Steph, and how to carry your voice and show like emotion, like I mean it, I mean business, rather than that frickin' gravel Darth Vader in a 55 gallon empty drum in an empty warehouse that's about 2 million square feet, and she's right there in the middle of it, right there in the middle. God did not gift her with a very good voice, so there is that. Oh, there is that. I mean, nobody picks their voice. I get that. I totally get that. But hers is not for broadcasting. No, it is not. No, it's not. AC, AC has his own issues with Tyrant Bird, Steph, and them that blame Katie. That has nothing to do with the reasons I don't like him. We've both been clear about that. I didn't like him long before him, for my own reasons. I got my own reasons. I don't like those people. There it is. You don't have to believe me if you don't want to, and that's fine. You do you, boo. I'm not here to convince anyone of anything. I'm just here to be me. I'm just some guy on YouTube. That's all it is. That's it. So, anyways. Trump said you have been triggered in my chat for an hour and a half, and I absolutely love it. I love it. I love it. Keep doing it. Keep it up. Keep doing it. Abe, you're killing me. This is my job. This is my civic duty to my community that timed me out in how many chats for 3 years. This is my civic duty to get on here and trigger the living fuck out of people like Trump said. Keep him going. He's mad because I called out his girl Huckleberry on some fuck shit she did a couple of years or so ago. And she's a friggin' hypocrite. She calls people up for shit she does a zillion times worse. And what she does is the same thing that, like the Hillbilly Man and Black Rose and all these other ones. They are so miserable in their lives, in themselves. They have no self-esteem whatsoever. That all they do is get on YouTube and they try to set forest fires because they didn't pay any attention to Smokey the Bear on them posters and them cartoons, those PSA public service cartoons when they was growing up. See, and now that they're all grown up physically, just not mentally, they get on here and they try to set them forest fires. And they try to pit people against each other. What do you think Tyrant Bird is all about? What do you think Steph's doing? What do you think these people are all about? And all they do is talk about shit that went on a year or 9 years ago. Every time they go live, I was watching the Pauly Crispy show last night, almost in its whole thing until Blues went live, and then UAC and Golden Boy reports. It's reports. People mix them up with Global Reporter 1. I think he's part of Sharon Watchdogs, isn't he? I think so. When you guys decided to go live. And so, but I saw most of that, and all I heard was more of the same shit. More of the same shit, different day. That's all they do is talk about the same things over and over and over. Same recycled content that they've been going with for years. For years. Somebody stop me when I lie. Abe, I've determined that those people are possessed by the devil and I refuse to associate. You be the better person, sweet. You be the better person. Because you know every single time, because Bird's not going to take a link and get up on Joey's panel. I know he's afraid of. But I guess he is, and he sits there and hangs out in Discord when he gets he's just getting shredded to bits and pieces. And he's in Discord. He's in Pauly Crispy's Discord. That's where he's hanging out now, I guess. And Pauly, yes, I did join the Vegas Valley news server. And somebody dropped the link in the old Vegas Valley server, and somebody sent it to me, and I said, sure, what the hell? I'm just going to do that and piss Pauly off, because I know him and Steph and Bird are going to bring that shit up. And as soon as they kicked their live stream, I joined it, because I knew they was going to talk about it, see? That was very calculated of mine. But see, even though I'm in there, I don't see the text channels. All I see is the VC there. I don't see anything else. So I guess I don't have the role to get into the chat. So if y'all are tagging me, if you're talking about me in the new Vegas Valley server, I don't have a clue what you're saying because I'm not in there. See, I don't know what's going on. It's just like Tommy D's server. I think I'm still in Tommy D's server if he still got one, but I don't know what's going on in the text channel because I got taken away from me, I guess, some time ago. I don't know what's going on. I haven't said a word about corrosive commentary till now. I'm gonna be nice to him today. I'm gonna be honest. I like corrosive commentary. You can drag me out back like old Yeller and shoot me, but he's funny. He knows how to just interject it at the perfect moment. He can be the highlight of any panel. It's funny. He's just funny, and so. But yeah, he that's what it is. He loves it when I talk about him. He won't come in my chat unless there's like a bunch of panel battles. If there's a big panel battle going on and he's got something he wants to say, then he'll jump in here. Or he won't. 420 Moon, I'll guarantee you 420 Moon is watching me right now. Right here, right now. She got in my chat just yesterday and made one little comment. I got a screenshot of it. Not blocked. Black Rose not blocked from my channel. Who else is not blocked from my channel? I remember when AC came in my channel. I think it was my other channel though. This is like a year or so ago. And he kept flooding my chat with all of these different alt accounts he's got. And I wrenched every one of them. What was it, like 30 of them? I'm like, oh shit, this guy's got a lot of... This guy is quick draw McGraw. He's put me to shame when I would flip over to all my alt accounts, getting timed out and blocked on every channel. I just can't. How do you do it? I don't know, but he did. He did. I think I got some more screenshots of that too, but I have to go back and check in my vault. And I'll do that sometime or another. 420 Moon. His doctor's appointment this morning. Liar. How am I liar? I said 420 was in my chat yesterday. Hello, I need McFly. McFly. 420 Moon She got mad at me because Stabby told Joey to highlight a comment that I made. And the comment I made was this. I said, and I still back this now as I did then. And if you don't like it, that's tough McNuggets. What I said is this. I said, just because a bunch of people say some shit online does not make it true. That's exactly what I said then, and I saying now, because people were in the chat and they were saying, well, if a bunch of people say it's true, then, well, that's pretty much speaks for itself, don't it? No, it don't. It don't speak for itself. And just because a bunch of people, and half of them are a bunch of stock counts anyway, say some shit about somebody online, it might be true, but it also might not be true. So there is that, isn't there? Yes, there is. Yes, there is. That's what I said. And 420 Moon flipped her gourd, and she blew a lung, and I have been on her little shit list ever since, and I love it. I'm enjoying every minute of it. But I've been trying so desperately to get her to make a video about me and blast me, but she won't do it, see? She's hooked on Stabby Shade. She won't make a video about me, and I'm not too happy about that right now, and I'm going to end this live stream and pout some more. I want her to make a video. I want her to make some videos about me. I want her to clip me and make some. I'd be honored. I would be honored if she made some videos about me. Yes, I would. I've been saying this for how long now? And she's not caving in to my demands, see? Anyways, we leaving now. Yeah. I'm gonna go about I got 30 people in here. Why do you guys keep coming back for more every single day? Every day you come back to me, and I have to honor you guys and do a panel, see? I don't know if I'm gonna do a panel tonight. It all depends on who else is going live. And you guys know I follow podcasters you don't even know about. So there's that too. And I don't mean no disrespect to any of y'all, but I kind of sort of do. That I don't hang out on drama panels and channels 24/7. I spend a lot of my time on different podcasters I like to follow and listen to and hang out with too. I'm in a lot of their servers also. And I hang out there. Yes, I do. The Panelverse bores the shit out of me. So I don't really hang out there a whole lot. Maybe I should some more. And all of that. Lately, I've been I'll give this one to you. I've been kind of hanging out on with following all these people like Save Robbie, Morbid X. They talk about Gypsy Rose, all of them. It's interesting. Krama shit. It's a different flavor of the day. It is. It's the $5 Club. You remember that? Remember the old $5 Club? I do. I was a card carrying member of the $5 Club, and then they got rid of it. Rada, he'll be back. He's still there. He's still out there. He's got a server. I'm not in it, but I mean he's got a server, and I'm sure he's hiding out in there. And he'll come. He'll no need to fear. There's no need to fear. Rada will be here, and he'll be here to completely run roughshod over the next panel. And to blast, just like Bedtime Clown used to me, he'll sit there and crank his gain up to, or Rick Rude, either one of them, they'll crank their gain up to 60 over 9 decibels, and they'll just blast over. They'll crank their bass and play their soundboards and do all their annoying OBS avatar gifs and memes, and it'll be just like he never left. I guarantee you. He's on there to annihilate the next panel, and the next panel. The last person he was going at was Kane's comedy. I don't have a problem with Kane. Why do you guys have such a problem with Kane? He didn't do nothing. What did he do to you? So he got swatted. Yes, he did. I consider swatting when cops have their guns drawn and pointed at you down the hall or telling you to come out with your hands in the air. I would call that a SWAT. Yes, I absolutely would. A welfare check, I would not call SWAT. No, I would not. It's a nuisance call, nuisance law enforcement call, but I would not consider that a SWAT. No, I would not. I would consider if the police show up to my house and they have their guns out and they have them drawn and they're doing a felony type stop on me, I would call that a swatting, yes. So you don't have to have SWAT team battery ramming your door in and shooting off smoke grenades and flash. What do you call them? The flash bombs to be swatted. No, you do not. That's my opinion. If the police come to your house and they have their lights flashing and they're out, they won't come to your door, and they're coming at you from all angles, and they have AR-15s and they have 40 or 45 caliber semi-automatic handguns, out of their holsters, and then they spot you, and then they point those guns at you, and they tell you to get on the ground or throw your hands in the air and all that shit. I call that a SWAT. Yes, I do. Who wants to you guys have a different opinion on that? You go right ahead. But I will tell you, if the cops come to your house and their guns are drawn on you, they're pointed at you in your direction, I don't think they're there to sit down and have a cup of Joe or tall, cool glass of orange juice with you. They are there because someone has falsely called you in as some kind of a threat to yourself and or others, and they have their guns. If that happens to you, and you don't come out and surrender to them, so they can detain you and all that shit, investigate further, then what they are going to do is they're going to call the SWAT team in, and they're going to barricade your entire fucking house. And then you're going to get all that shit happening to you next. Yes, probably. You get a hostage negotiator coming. You guys seen the movie The Negotiator? That was a good movie. Well, there you go right there. It may not be that quite extreme, but I'm going to tell you right now, if the cops come to your house and have your guns drawn on you, and you don't come out when they yell at you to, on their megaphones or on down the hall or outside your door, and you refuse to comply to come out, yes, they're going to call in everything they got right now. It's called it's like 1078 is usually the code for that I know. And they're going to radio in all the tactical officers they can, deputies, troopers, anybody that can respond to your location until they get you to come outside the house. And the next time that you finally do come out of your house, you're going to have a bunch of guys wearing a bunch of SWAT tack gear, helmets, and all of that shit. Maybe an MRAP outside your house, sitting there pointing in your direction to batter ram your wall through if they have to get you to come out and comply. Sure, why not? It's happened before, guys. It'll happen again, I'm sure of that. But yes, there you go. I'm telling you, that is a SWAT. That's my viewpoint of it. That's my knowledge of it. I've never been swatted. But for the people that have been swatted, like Kane, he has been swatted. I don't care if I hated Kane's guts. Kane has been, according to his accord, when he had cops showing up with their guns drawn, that's a SWAT. Yes, it is. Thank you very much. May I have another? Now, after that, if they show up at his house just knocking on his door because they knew it was up, that's not a SWAT. No, that is just an annoyance. Someone attempting to SWAT him, and it just didn't work at that point. So there it is. Abe SWAT not needed. No, you don't need SWAT to be quote-unquote swatted, an unofficial term coined on social media and the internet. No, you don't. No, you do not. That's my opinion. That's my viewpoint of it. Show me on the books where it says you have to have the physical SWAT team show up to your house to be swatted. I don't know. There have been some big podcasters that have had regular street cops kick their door in with AR-15s closing in on them when they scream at them to hit the floor and spread eagle. You don't call that a SWAT? I sure do. So anyways, I would say that. I'm not disagreeing with you at all, Wabbit. I've been very clear on that. Kane, I absolutely agree with you, instigated that shit a million times fold. Yes, he did. Am I saying that he deserved what that 111 theory dude did to him? No, I'm not. Kane did not deserve that. But I absolutely agree with you. I concur. He had to see that coming. The writing was on the wall. He literally went, especially after he got doxxed by Squishy and them. Yes. He had to foresee that coming. He's not a fool. He was in the army or something, wasn't he? He knows what's going on. He knows what he was doing. Yes. When Steph had, I'm going to be very conservative with how I word this. You see, when Steph had government officials show, I didn't point this out. Go to my community tab. Somebody else pointed this out, not me. I'm not taking credit for that. But they had a valid point. When Steph had problems of her own with government officials coming around to her crib and doing investigations and whatnot. Shout out to the now missing in action Maya Pinkberto. She had to see that stuff coming. Did she deserve that? No, I don't. She absolutely did not deserve that. No. People with their families, them and their families get screwed with on the internet, do not deserve it. No, they don't. Does it mean that they did shit to douse fuel in the fire? Of course. Yes. They did. I'm going to give you an example. This goes back to the PDF elves and a guy known as Tats, Troll Auditing the Trolls, who ticked off Poor Dirt Farmer, PDF, and was replaying and critiquing some of his old content on his channel. So the PDF elves start going after him for that and other reasons. And so what happened is the PDF elves put up a screenshot thumbnail. I think it's still on their channel today. I'd go back and check it. It's been a while. And it showed either part or full of his what's called deleted DD214. Deleted does not mean that the DD214 does not exist. Obviously, it does. A undeleted DD214, it's an unredacted, basically what that means. Everything is on there from that veterans or active duty members, whatever. It has all the information on there from the religion to their blood type, whatever, all that shit that's on that document. Their social security number, which is their serial number now. But the deleted discharge document, which doesn't have all that personal information on there, doesn't show the basic information that you would get from getting one of those on someone, was put up on their channel, and he got doxxed. And what he did in response to that is he deleted his channel, and he disappeared for a while, and then he came back on another channel he had just for a little bit. Just for a wee little bit, and then I don't know if that his backup channel is still on around anymore or not. I took that down too. But he saw the writing on the wall. He didn't want his family getting screwed with, and love or hate the guy, whatever tall tales he may or may not have told on the internet, that's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking over embellishment, whatever you might say about that guy. He made the decision to delete his 900 something sub channel and leave his audience to bite the dust, and he left because he didn't want anybody going at him in IRL, or his family too. It's my understanding he had kids and he didn't want them getting screwed with you. Shout out to anybody who leaves the internet, and it's unfortunate that you would feel the need to have to do that, but you're looking out for your own. Steph, on the other hand, decided that's not the route she was going to take then. It's not now. And she sat there and decided to launch wars with people on YouTube and completely disregard all that. And that's I'm not the moral police here. Okay? Shout out to Hum Along if you can't sing along. What's up, my guy? I'm just simply saying that if at the end of the day, you've got a choice to make. It's not my choice to make for you. I'm nobody. I'm just some guy on YouTube. But that's a choice you got to make on your own. And there are some serious doxers that are amongst us. And if you piss them off, they're probably going to dox you if they can, if they get away with it. Some people are just wide open about it. Some people who do it will try to do it sneakily, Pink Panther style, although she's not very good at it, like Blame Katie, for example. We'll try to do this shit behind the scenes. And then you got others like Nicolina, the Mean Girls, and them who are there to put that shit out when they get it and expose it. There you go. But it is what it is. But it's a choice that it's not one that a lot of people want to have to make. This goes back to AOL chat room days, people, and then over 30 years ago, when this shit started going on in AOL and Yahoo chat groups and rooms, this stuff was going on then. It wasn't as technologically advanced as you know, but it was going on, and people would they would leave, they would shut down their AOL homepages, delete them, and they would completely leave it because shit like that was going on with them too. How's it going, News Now Preston? Shout out. And yes, Gitsy, I stayed live just for you. Just for you. So anyways, hope you're all doing well. Now, I underline, does that mean that I'm saying that those people deserve to have that happen to them? No, it is not. I'm be very frank about that. What I'm telling you is that for these people who cry and they scream about it, that happened to them on the internet, and they're the ones who kept dousing fuel to that fire and kept egging it on for people that do that kind of shit to go and do it, had it coming. Would you not? Does anyone not agree with that? I'm glad you brought that up too, by the way. Wabbit, you brought that up, I think. So yes, I'm glad you did. I'm glad I talked about that on my channel. And I get it. Everybody wants to be involved. Everybody wants to be a wolf in the wolf pack. I get it. I really do. But the thing about that is, you have to understand, for every action, there can be very severe consequences of your actions on here, and even if you don't deserve it, and it's just how it is. It's a very volatile, thing to be in, is what I'm trying to say. So you still got to. You know what happened to my email address? My very first email address I made on the YouTube channel. Somebody hacked it after they hacked my original Facebook account, and they deleted it. It's gone. I tried to get it back, just like my old Facebook account, and I've got the links to it, and they said no, they won't give it back to me. So I had a couple backup accounts, and I made those, and I've got those. I don't really use Facebook anyway, so it's no loss to me. It really at all. I have not used Facebook in a couple of years or so. Really, to be quite frank with you, be honest. There's that name Frank again. But anyways, but yes, it's if you're somebody that has that happen to you, and what I'm talking about is impact. It's not somebody just talking shit about you on the internet. It's not somebody making some bold claim or accusations about you on the internet. And if you're strong enough that you can take care of it on your own and take your own business, then the more power to you. There you go. MySpace. Oh my God. No, that domain is not. Somebody else has got that domain now, and I'm not sure. I don't remember who, but MySpace, our friend Tom, who was always our first friend on there, he lied to us. He'd be a lifelong buddy on there. And Tom, I haven't seen Tom in years. Tom in that white T-shirt, that guy with kind of like looking at us like with his big grin. Tom, What happened to Tom? Tom left us, guys. He ditched us for bigger, better friends, I guess. And I don't know where he is today, but I will tell you this. I'll tell you this. So no, I think it's unfortunate that, like, if you look at how things are today versus, like, go back about, I don't know, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9 years ago, 10, go back a full decade on here. It would seem as though there used to be a lot of, like, innocent trolling that went on, not as much of the IRL doxing shit, which kind of seems to be the big thing, and going IRL and things like that for the ones that do. You know, and it's unfortunate, you know, it has to be that way. Jeff is here, NC Tyrant Hunter. That's kind of where the kick off the panel game first started, as I remember. Shout out to Patriot Defense. Anyways, I was around, but I was not partaking in that either. Anyways, I know who he is. He's subbed to my or was anyway to my original Honest Abe channel, which sits there like a time capsule frozen in time. I just fired my Point One channel up like a week ago or so for the first time in like a year and went live on it. Doing the same thing I'm doing now, and you know, it's all good and well, but man, oh, you did you? Really? Yeah, come on now. At least you own it, and I respect that. I own it. I respect that. You own that shit. Good for you. Hey, I've owned a lot of my shit. Pretty much, all of it. What have I not owned? I mean, I'm not going to own. Trump said must have ran out of gas. He was on fumes the last I saw him. But I'm not going to own shit where people try to rewrite history at all. No, I am very, 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 very continuous, and I will apply equal force, if not more. When people fire a torpedo my way, I tend to fire 2 or 3 back. That's just how I am. I'm relentless when it comes to people trying to rewrite history about me. And if I see them doing it about you, I'll do the same thing. I'll say, hey, look, I don't recall exactly that way. Maybe correct me on that. And I don't get everything right all the time. I had no idea that Bullets for Teeth was hanging on Brett's channel until Willie told me that. That's interesting. I didn't know that. I didn't know that about the guy. I have no reason to doubt it, deny it. What would he have to benefit to make something up like that? So that's cool. It's good to know. But you know, again, it's just words on the internet. Okay, that's all it is. I don't take it. Like I don't take this shit with me when I get off of here. I do other stuff. I work. Most of my time is spent working. Actually, I put in 112 hours. 112 hours the last 2 weeks, and I am beat. And it's not over yet. It's never over. 112 hours in an 80-hour work week. You do the math. That's a lot of freaking hours. I am tired. Wabbit used to do panels. Yeah, he did. I don't know if do you do them now? Anyways, all you got to do is tap his channel right there in the chat and go sub him up. Go sub his channel. Crowd subbing. That's one of the reasons I hand out wrenches like candy out here, guys. All right, because I am doing it to get back at Google when they took away where we could all click each other's channels to confirm who each other was. Okay? I is. So, anyways, shout out to crowd subbing. The other reason I do is obviously to confirm that's the real who people are. I don't really have a lot of sock accounts come around anymore, and I don't block every sock account. If you're just a sock account, just shit posting or just adding to the mayhem of what's already going on. Even if you're trying to derail it, man, I don't care. Since even sock accounts are what makes the YouTube digital world go round anyways. So there's that. I think Bird told his property, Pauly Crispy, and Steph not to come around my channel. And well, she came around my channel the other day. I think she made a couple comments, and she never responded to me. She never answered my question if she wouldn't. She said I was irrelevant out here, and I threw it back at her. I says, listen, I said, what makes you so relevant out here, Steph? What makes you so special from the rest of us? I'll tell you right now, I am nobody special on here. Okay, I've never portrayed myself as the role to be. I don't try to be. I'm not the biggest, baddest thing that came around on YouTube. I'm just some guy on YouTube. There's VVCW. So Pauly Crispy, I jumped in what's called the War Room last night as soon as Pauly went live, because I knew he was going to bring that up. He's going, breaking news, Abe is in at Joey's server. He's at Joey's server. And I am. I saw the link. Somebody sent it to me. Said it got dropped, and I guess in the old server or something. I think it was the old one. And I said, sure, what the hell? Why not? And then I was in the original Vegas Valley, the one that was around last. I was one of the earliest people to join that server. Not the first, but I was among like the earliest ones that got in there. And I don't know what's going on in the chat. I can only see what's going on in the VC, and there's no, last I checked, there's nobody in there at the moment. So anyways, I knew he was. I calculated. I knew, sure as shit, I knew that Pauly Crispy was gonna jump on that one and bring it right on up. I am off tonight, and I am gonna be here for this. This is gonna be grand. Shout out to the Stuff Roast. When you make I'll share your thing out on my server. I'll share it out in my community tab. And Stuff said he tagged me like 15 times, the 15th time. I tagged her and I said, this is your 15th time. And I tagged her. So what now? Cry me a river. Cry me a river. Cry me a river. Justin Timberlake. So anyways, I mean, are you a professional victim because I tagged you? What do you think, John? I don't know. Anyways, Isaac, what's the answer? What am I looking for? What's the answer? Oh shit! I gotta fix Nightbot. It's policing my channel too hard. It is. It's policing. But no, I tagged Steph again. And I have not heard her call me a stalker yet, like Dragon Classy, Diamond Dart, or Blame Katie did. Both of them did. They called me a stalker because I tagged them in some community tabs. But, so I've tagged Katie at least a dozen times since she's made the channel Don't Blame Katie. And so, what about it? Like, I get it. Who cares? Tagging is not a federal offense, people, last I checked. If it was, I don't think YouTube be allowed to do it. You know, Google, I'm pretty sure we wouldn't be able to tag each other. There's a new feature that you can DM shit to people now. Did you know that? On our channels, we can like talk to each other in chats and shit now. That's a whole new thing they unlocked. If your channel's 18 and over, set to 18 over, which all of mine are and always have been from the beginning, then yes, you get that feature. Isn't that cool? I can't wait to try it out. I could think of some people I could send invite requests to. I sure do. I do. Oh man, this would be good. I can't wait for this one. I can't. Oh, because I said that, I'm gonna sing it. I'm gonna sing it to you. And this is something from my old stomping grounds. I can't wait. I just can't wait. I can't wait for the Winnebago County Fair. Winnebago County Fair. Boom. That was the Picatonica back in my old stomping grounds. All right, people. This has been grand. This has been still 25 of you here. There's still 25 people still here. This is hilarious. I don't even want to leave, but you guys make me force my hand, see? Just you too. Every time. Oh. Are you guys hate bonding me? Is that what's going on here? Is that what's up? Are you hate bonding me? Come on now. Don't hate bond me, people. Come on. Let's smoke. Let's sit around a campfire and pass the peace pipe around. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a big powwow. I guess there's gonna be one tonight in Vegas Valleys. You out there, Stuff? Heads up, you better start rehearsing. Getting ready. Stuff is Tyrant Bird's lead actress every time he drags someone into court. Every time. If he's so confident that Bird always wins, although he did lose to Swedish Sugar, shout out. Sweet, am I mistaken, or did one of my clips from one of my live streams that he was on going at Truth Finder get played in that RO hearing that he tried to get against you? I think that's about accurate. That's the second time this has happened to me, people. I get dragged into court. Oh shit. Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. I do appreciate. So, Wabbit, can you do us a favor and can you do your best? Do your best. We need 6 more hours of Black Rose. 21843. That's our hashtag, by the way. To get on the Vegas. She was on Vegas Valleys going at Stabby for over 6.5 hours. And she hasn't been back since you came back around the bend, see? So can you do us all a big favor? Do your best. Give it all you got and try to get her to get up on that panel again. That would be great. I will join that panel in a sec because I'm off tonight. See, I'm off tonight. I might come up and say hi anyway. But I love it when Brett gets up there. Steph gets on there. Oh, shit. It's funnier. I know she won't come around when you're on. Why won't you come around when you're on? What happened? Did you bully her off the platform, Wabbit? Did you bully her off the channel? Remember, she's like steel, man. She's a wall of bricks, made out of Duplo sets, Legos. Sorry, Jamie, and also Lincoln Logs. Remember those? Oh my God! Why won't she come around when? Why, Wabbit? Anyways, it's funny, guys. I gotta get out of here. You guys have been great. CC, is that King? That's King Corso Mom right there. Oh, you and Stabby gotta. Yeah, you guys get up on the panel and Duke 'em Nukem. That would be great. I'd love to see that. That'd be grand. But I want to get up on the panel, and I want to get Black Rose get up on the panel, and I want to say hi to her again, have some fun. What's wrong with that? A channel called News Now Preston, who was in here a little bit ago, hosted a panel. I gotta say hi to my bestie on YouTube for the first time in a long ass time, and she was so excited. She was so full of enthusiastic cheer. It's like that applause sign, and like it's always clapping. When I had her up on that panel, see, she can't take me. All I gotta do is go up and say, I'm not bullying. I'm just getting up there and say, hey, what's going on there? What's happening, Black Rose? What are you doing? What you into? You got something new to talk about. Come on now. And don't you dare call her a liar, man. Oh, she'll blow a lung on you. I don't want her to have like a heart attack, or so. I seriously do not. So there's that. I do not wish her any ill will, but it's fun. It's just so much fun for everyone when we get up on the panel, see? Anyways. God. That would be golden content. That'd be fun. I'd like to do that sometime. I would. Seriously, I would. Who's gonna go live right now? Is anybody gonna go live right now? I'm tired of being live on my 2.5 hour long monologue here. The longest monologue was like 9.5 hours, and I'll go find it and make it public again. I was bashing a lot of people on there, though. I'm gonna tell you. Oh shit! That was when me and AC were going at it. Him and I were going at it. But you know something? Him and I went at it for a while, like for 2 years. Finally, I can end this thing, and I can go out with a bang. 420 Moon. Why are you so mad at me? What did I do to you, 420 Moon? Why are you mad at me? I talked about this earlier. See, now that you're here, why are you mad at me, 420 Moon? I didn't do anything to you. I didn't do anything, 420 Moon. Do you see me making content on 420 Moon except for me a couple commute tabs? And that's about it. She won't let me hashtag her. Black Rose turned off her hashtagging because of me. Black Rose added like 80 of my alt accounts that she found all over the place to her everlasting gobstopper A block list because of me. I'm flattered, guys. I'm flattered at this, you see. I am. Anyways, AC and I, we battled for over 2 years, probably 2.5 years, whatever it is. But we kept it clean. See, we kept it clean. It was just him and I, going back and forth, having fun. Well, I had fun. I don't know if he had fun or not, but I mean, I didn't always have fun, but I mean, it was, it gave me some. We were genuinely mad at each other. I mean, I'll be honest. I wasn't really mad at him, but I was mad at the situation. It was not his all fault. Okay, it wasn't all your fault, AC. It was not. But I did give him the magical wand. I did. I think he still got it. The torch. He's got a torch award, the Olympic torch, but no, I mean, I fought with a great many people out here, and I've always kept it clean. I've never gone IRL anybody out here. I've never doxed anybody. Don't let them tell you different, because they're lying. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Cross my heart, hope to die. Stick a needle in my eye. I'm not lying. So I fought with a lot of people out here. Yes, I have. And that's people that usually come at me first, usually. Most of the time. But anyways, take it for what it's, worth or not. But as Hostile, I don't think Hostile's mad. I mean, Hostile come at me. She came at me in a chat a little bit because I made a comment about her. And who was up there with her? Who was up there on a panel with her on Vegas Valleys? It was her and somebody helped me out here. Oh, Steph. It was Steph and her, and they were, and sweet, you were up there with them. That's right. That's exactly what was going on. Yes, it was. It was. So I don't have anything. I have nothing against Hostile. I have nothing against Sweet. I have nothing against Stabby. 420 Moon is my number one fan, I think. I'm pretty sure she is. But she comes around here. She not blocked. You guys hear how Mike Cerrone talks to these ladies out here, talks to these women. I mean, he talks to them like they're a bunch of used like yard sale like garden tools and shit like that. It's like, dude, what is your problem? Why? Even Ladybug is like, come on, Mike, just join in the fun. Just work with us a little bit here. Come on, have some fun. And he called her a hoe. And I don't think he was talking about a garden hoe either. Really? Ladybug's not a hoe. Come on now. That's not very nice, Mike. Anybody who was a fake conservative of the peace, like he says he was, but he wasn't, would not talk like that to anybody. The way he talks to people on YouTube. And he spurgs out, and then he tries to hate bond with people like Steph, who sits there and DMs with Bird, and then Bird DMs her what to say on Vegas Valley's panel. That's how that works. See, that's exactly how. And he put a lasso on Polly Crispy. So Polly Crispy hasn't been coming on my channel lately because Bird told him not to. See, that's how that works. So that's too bad. They were talking about me a little bit last night. That's fine. I got nothing with it. I don't care. I actually think it's kind of funny myself. Bird still talks about me because he's a bitch, and he's mad. Him and Steph are mad because I used to bury him alive, man. I used to own them both on COVID's and Lisa B's. Every single time they got up on there, every time, even with COVID's and Lisa B muting my microphone, and throwing me in the basement backstage like they did, kicking me from the studio, I still won with both of them. And there's plenty of eyewitnesses, and not all of them like me either, that will tell you that, because it's true. So there's that. That's why they're really, because I own their asses, both of them. But I'll do it again too. I owned Steph got on my panel a couple of months ago, and I did it again. And I'll do it again too. Right, you are. Who doxed you? Oh, Bird doxed you. Bird's a bitch. Okay, that's the best he can do. He does dox. Steph doxed. She doxed a lot of people in her corporal punishment server. She did before it got sold off to Andrew and Squishy, and he admitted on his own channel that he took everything out of there that could get him in legal trouble. I think all of it kind of really could, but I mean, I'm not a legal scholar here like Mike Cerrone is, of course, mind you, but don't laugh too hard, or delete laws. Don't laugh even harder. But I'm just simply saying, that, what is it? I'm just saying that, take it for what it is, but the server was brought up in court. No, I remember you something about that. You are right about that. Yes, I agree. I would definitely concur with that. I believe you. I do. Doxing all these people, their families, all their kids, their pets, all the schools they go to, pictures, all that shit. That's what they did. Both of them did. They did it together. It was a collaborative, coordinated effort. It was a team effort. They both did it together. Yes, they did. And now they backpedal it. She didn't deny it when it was brought up on the channel the other day. She didn't deny it because she knows it's true. But she's gonna be the moral compass of everybody out here, right? Yeah, right. That's it. Yeah, right. Bull fucking shit. I call bullshit when I see it, and that's exactly what I see. So, anyways, what's interesting is after court, the confessions about who owned it came forward. When the person who owns it used the channel as their backup channel. Oh, that's right. You are correct. She had an alt account called Corporal Punishment. I all but forgot about that, sweet. I totally forgot about that. Damn. Dang. She did. Yes, she did. And that got outed too. Damn. I'm glad you're here to remind us. I all but forgot it. I remember. I might have some screenshots of that account in my vault, you see. I might have them. Did Rebel, did you leave Polly Crispy's server because I tagged you last night in your non-account and it was Meth Brew? That one? Did you leave their server because I put a screenshot of when Bird was dissing you and your mom, laughing it up, wishing ill will towards both of you, and, like, laughing it up, like, hoping that you guys are homeless, like, sooner than later? I don't know if he remembered that, but I figured I'd go ahead and refresh his memory on exactly what he said about him in his chat. So there's that. Bird put that comment right in Rebel's chat, mind you. Yes, he did. He did that, and that was about it. That was probably a year ago, or close to it, or about a year ago. And I heard last night through the grapevine that Rebel left Paulie's server. And I was just curious, inquiring minds want to know if that's why he left. Bird's the one who tried to get him locked up for wiretapping anyway. So there's that. So that doesn't sound like a good guy to me, does it to you? I mean, it sounds like it's a pretty nefarious intention there. That's IRL shit, if I do say so myself. So, there it is, people. It really is. Yeah, it got me almost going 3 hours. No, are you the one who made that comment? No, he left because they didn't show up in his chat the other day. Okay, that makes sense. I'm sure my community tab probably didn't help matters either way, and that was not how that was intended. You see, so that's the point. That's another good finer point. Paulie wants to get Rebel on his channel for clickbait content and for him to become the whipping boy, a punching bag. And Rebel apparently was finally smart enough to figure that out. For how long, who knows? He'll go back and 8-bomb with him later, I'm sure. Probably get everybody on the shit show and all the what are they called, the Sharon Watchdogs and all of them. I am sure that has a lot to do with it. Then Bird called him Connie. Oh, see, I didn't know about this. Hang on a second here. You earned yours. That did it. That's what did it. Damn. It's like that. Bird has been dumping on Connie for how long now? For how long? Bird did IRL shit to Connie that others did not do to him. So there is that one too. So, and Steph, as far be it from his Switzerland, let me tell you. I guess we'll learn more about that tonight on the Vegas Valley's channel. Where's my boy CC Truck 17? Where's my cheerleader for the 90-day wonders? Where's he at? I'm still waiting for my ultimatum. Shout out, daily reminder. I was nice to Corrosive Commentary today. I want that on our record. I'm giving him a shout out because he loves when I talk about him. Yes, he does. Buddy trolled everybody. Well, see, that's what Rebel tries to do, just like Mike Cerrone tries to do, and it backfires big time, like every time. Like every single time. Does it not? Why did she take Paulie Court for... That's a very good question, sweet. That's a finer... Why didn't she take Paulie to court for starting the whole damn thing? That's a good question. Maybe, just maybe, we could, get her to shed some light on that and just, tell us a little bit more. Enlighten us with her words of wisdom on that very topic. Anyways, I could talk more about that, but that's okay. I'll save that for rainy day. But, yes, there is that, isn't there? And there is so much more. There is that. No, she won't answer. You notice when you ask Steph any questions, she completely tries to pull a 180 on you and tries to flip the script back in your direction as she sits there and tries to gaslight you with stuff that she just either makes up or she projects on you. That's what she does. It's exactly what she does. So she's very vindictive in that manner. Yes, she is. I'm sitting here dissing her right now, and she's watching this. Hi, Steph. Don't miss Vegas Valley's tonight. It's supposed to be a big blowout show, and you're the MC, I guess. Don't kill the messenger. I'm just relaying. Master of ceremonies. Shout out. Connie's drowning. Yeah. So that's correct, Sugar Crits. He tries to gatekeep everyone. It doesn't work. Nemesis, Queen Wasp. I tried to be friends with him, and it just, again, he just pulls away. the very first time I got in his chat back in good old 2022, shout out that year, then Tonic and Sales was just, like flooding his chat, spamming his chat, just having fun with him, trolling him and whatever. I think I got some screenshots of that. And the first thing he said to me was this. He goes, there's another spy sent by Tonic and Sales and AC and Brett the Settlement to go at me. That's the very first thing he said to me when I just said hello. All I did was type hi. That's all I said. I think I put like an emoji on there, like a waving ear, some shit like that. And that's all he did. He blocked me. And that's how the whole thing started, with one Rebel City Sports dorks, with all of that. Connie, whatever you want to call him. That guy, that little man right there. So, Connie, as you guys all call him, he's back doing his silent streams. We didn't foresee that. That wasn't predictable. That was completely caught off guard from that one. And he's grifting for money again. But the problem is he's blocked and alienated everybody in this entire community. Just completely throw me out of the loop on that one. Pretend I don't even exist. That they're not donating to him. I think Polly Crispy sent him some money. So there you go. Polly Crispy's donating. Was anyway, probably not anymore. So the problem with Rebel is he's very naive. He's very easy to manipulate, and you can redirect him very easily, and get him to make him think that you're his friend on his side. But then when he had some real friends that were on his side, which would be Nemesis, Queen Wasp, and myself at the time, then he just burns us. He just burns us, man. We didn't do nothing to him. We didn't shit to this dude. And he goes and doxes Nemesis. He tries doxing Queen Wasp, but she already put her stuff out there anyway. And that. So he lost some people that otherwise would have been his friends. And that's on him, man. That's his own doing. So, anyways, I heard Mr. P went live I haven't seen any of it yet. He goes live when I'm sleeping. I'm a nocturnal creature now. I work at night, and I sleep much of the day away. So I haven't had a chance to go back and see any of that. I will go back and I will do my due diligence, and I'll go back and watch some of those when I get up tonight. I will. So I don't know all of what was going on. I haven't seen him go live in a long ass time. And I just learned of that like last night. They're talking about it on Joey's channel. I guess he's got something. He said wished some death or something upon what's his name, Dr. Chink. I hadn't seen or heard of his name in a long time, a very long while, and I knew he was still out there somewhere, but I just haven't seen him around. And haven't seen him get on any panels or anything like that. So I don't know what all was. I can't speak to any of that because all I know is what I heard a little bit about with that. I know, he's definitely been at war with a lot of these people. But some of the people that used to be like some moderator stuff. This goes back to when, what's her name, Dutchie, the one of the old Ambien girls, used to have a channel called the Pathetic Cult Diaries. And she would restream him. She would restream Quick Vic. And who was some of the other ones? Who are some? She did a couple others, and she did some panels on there too. I found an old clip from it where they're talking about Rick Crude. But yeah. So that's yeah. I know you're not a fan. I can tell you're not a fan of hers. So the old Ambien gang, when they started going live and talking about Mike Cerrone. Anyways, this is definitely a blast of the past. Man, see what you guys did to me? Look what you guys did to me. You made me go 2 hours. No, you made me go almost 3 hours on here again. It's a good thing I'm off today. I wasn't off yesterday. But, anyways, You guys kept me going for 3 hours yesterday too. Why do you do this to me? Why do you guys subject me to this shit, man? Come on now. Give Abe a helping hand. Give him a break. Don't make me sing it either. But shit, there's so much traffic out here. So yes, that. So I'll go back and watch some of those. I'll go back and watch, see what was going on. I don't know, all was going on there. Abe, you shouldn't have. You should. No, I can't do a panel because I am on the road, and I parked it for a little while, and because StreamYard eats up so much friggin' bandwidth that I would sound like R2D2 literally the entire time, because again, I'm using cellular data in all the areas I gotta go through, in a lot of these dead spots, even out in the country that I drive like every day. I drive every single day to go in from one city to the next, to the next, to the next, if I have to. You see, a panel would just not work out. That's why you see me doing these solo monologue things using like Barebones, YouTube, Mobile Live. But you guys still keep coming. You keep coming back for more. And you guys are really what drives me to keep doing this. So I will continue to keep doing this. As long as the good Lord willing. Can I get an amen? Amen. So anyways. But no, I'm going to do a panel again. You know me, I do panels once in a blue moon. And there's so much fun to get people on there, screaming at each other at the top of their lungs. Maybe we can even get Black Rose to come up. Wouldn't that be a real treat? Now, she's been on my panels before. That was when she was going at Lisa B and her and all the rest of them. So, park here for a minute. I'm at the Golden Arches now. And there we go. I'm going to go about 8 more minutes. 8 more minutes. Get them in, guys. Get them in. Time for the Honest Abe Huddle. Wait, we've been doing this for how long now? About 3 hours. Man, again. You did it again. Shout out you guys. So, what you guys doing today? Is it hot where you're at? Is it like 99 degrees? 99% humidity? What's going on out there? Order McDonald's? I am going to get a McGriddle with extra syrup on the... No, I don't get the syrup. I just get the griddle. That's an idea, though. Down south, they put like a lot of maple syrup on the scrambled eggs with some hush puppies and hash, and some grits and some corned beef hash. And that's a southern dish. Some bacon on the side there, some toast. Man, you got get an actual like skillet. I haven't had like a real authentic skillet in a long ass time. I should definitely go do that. I know eat all gluten free. Well, see, the problem, you got to be careful about that, because if you order like Pizza Hut's gluten free pizza, it's fake advertising, they say, because of cross contamination. They're throwing that pizza in the same oven that they do all the other ones, and so you're getting like, you know what I mean? I don't know if that makes a difference or not, but I guess between the two, if I had to pick and I had that going on, I would get the gluten free. I mean, but I don't have to worry about that. They're both crashing out. That's what I watch. Apple juice? Yeah, I mean, sure, why not? Indulge in some... Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. I get you. I am going to get one of those. Yes, I am. And I'm going to get me a blueberry pie. And I'm going to get me one of those deep fry apple pies. I miss strawberry. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to kick it. So, I go to the Golden Arches like twice a week. Just for breakfast. That's about it. And then I melted away outside in this wicked heat that we're stuck in. This like dual heat dome, bullshit we got going on right now. So that, You guys, I'm out of gas. I'm on fumes, man. I'm on fumes. I gotta stop and get some gas too, by the way. The parfaits. Oh, remember that? The frozen yogurt back in the 90s. Damn. I guess I do. I remember the Apple brand muffins. I used to get those like all the time. A little healthier choice. But they don't have that no more. It's gone. Gone. Y'all had a McPizza? It was kind of mediocre. I had one time when I was a kid. So, just one time. I saw it on the drive-through thing. I'm like, I want one of those, Mom and Dad. I want one of those. And I got one of those. I'm like, oh, this is like, this is like, well, you know, it was like an in-betweener frozen pizza with like I might say something like a, I don't know, a Domino's like at the time. You know, kind of like a what you call a spin-off of that. It was very mediocre at best. But at least I could say I had it. I had a McDonald's pizza once. It was called the McPizza is what it was called. Actually. I'll have you know. It didn't come with breadsticks though, no. But yes I did. Kane is doing Mr. P is doing a goat. Getting a little snatch they can. I go the same yeah, you know. Anytime there's like a grand opening of any restaurant, even if it's like a fast food place, everybody's got to go flock there the first time and say, I've been there. I've done that. I've been there. It's like, it tastes like the same freaking Taco Bell, also open when sober, as any of the rest of them. There's no difference. There's no diff. It's just a new location. That's all it is. It's the same damn food. Again, you've had one of them, you had them all, you know? Going to one McDonald's or Burger King or Taco Bell or like any other shit and expecting a completely different turnaround taste is, because those are incompatible terms. They really are. I mean, Steak and Shake, I've been there, and I'll tell you, it's like a Denny's, okay? Your mediocre type restaurants, or like your poor boy steakhouse kind of deal. I can attest that at least the Steak and Shake and Denny's, there are ones that are okie dokie, and there are ones that are just horrid. They're horrible. I remember this one Steak and Shake I ate at. It was like the best, freshest food I ever had. Any kind of short food place I'd ever been before. And I know where that location is. And it was a newer one at the time. But now it's over 20 years old, so there's that. But the other one in the town next door over, which was built in like 1995, that one started out really well, and then it just sort of went down. I was sitting in the place when there was a guy mopping the floor, and I shit you not, there's a guy mopping the floor in the bathroom, and he hit a ceiling tile with his mop hand, and a loaded gun fell on the floor. I'm not joking. I wish I were. I am shit you not. And he's like, he went to get to me. We got a problem here. I mean, maybe it was used to rob the Burger King across the street like 800 times. I really don't know. That place used to get robbed something fierce. And the people that would rob it would always make the work employees get in the freezer. And unbeknownst to them, there's a silent alarm in the freezer. So you make them go in the deep freezer. All they can do is push a button. It signals, summons is the law. The cops are on the way. The problem is it's like right off the highway. And whenever you get someone coming in there, doing that kind of, pulling that kind of stunt, you see, they would just hit the highway and lickety split and skedaddle on out of there before the cops even got there. So, good luck getting the state police to go after them or the next county over. Hell, by the time that they'll be clear. They'll be in like freaking Indiana or Iowa or Tennessee by then. Damn. So yes, I remember a lot of that. I remember pulling in the drive-thru at Steak and Shake right after I got off of my part-time job. This was back in, oh God, this was like the year 1999. I go around the drive-thru. It was 20 at the time. Steak and Shake was 24 hours before the whole COVID lockdown shit happened. The whole pandemic, whatever you want to call it, was going on. The lockdown era. There you go. There you go. The human experiment. The great. Well, I better be careful what I say here. Oh, they don't do those kind of. They don't do medical misinfo strikes for that anymore. I remember they ixnayed that. And if anybody ever got a strike like that, they took it off if you contested it, if you appealed it. All this time later, it's like, well, gee, now it's good. That strike was long done and gone over with like 2 years ago. Thank you very much. But I pull on the drive-thru and nobody answers. Nobody answers. I'm like, well, that's weird. So then I pull up to the drive-thru window and look. Is there a problem in this here? What's going on? Is the place being held hostage? For some foreign terrorists that thought, well, what the hell? Let's just pick a Steak and Shake. Well, plenty to eat. That's for damn sure. For a month-long standoff with SWAT. But no, what actually happened was the assistant manager saw me. I was working a part-time security gig at the time. And so I was still wearing my uniform and my metal badge and nameplate and all that shit. And so he opens the window up and he goes, "Can I help you?" And I said, "Yeah, I just want to place an order really quickly. I just got off work and you guys know me." And he goes, "Well, we're not taking orders for the drive-thru right now." And I said, what do you, and I said, "Yeah, okay, very funny. Why aren't you taking orders to the drive-thru right now?" And he's like, "If you want to play," I says, "Well, I can't talk about it, but if you want to place an order, you have to come inside." Okie dokie. So I whipped my car in a parking stall. I walked inside. I sat down at the stool right there at the register. Nobody in there but me and them. And I said, "What's up?" And the assistant manager goes up. He goes, "I'm not supposed to tell you about this, but we just got robbed the drive-thru about 5 minutes before you got here." I'm like, "What?" So, so I'm like, "Oh, well, are you guys all right?" He said, "Well, the cops are on the way." He said, "It's all over now. So, yeah, we can do your order." Sure. Placed an order just as the first 2 or 3 cop cars were pulling in there. It's just stories like that. That's just funny. It's not funny. It's a good thing nobody, it's not funny to get held up at gunpoint or even somebody like implying it, but it's just the fact that what are the odds? What are the odds? It's like a friggin' Sunday night, and I just pull in this place right after the thing gets robbed. Right after really, who would do that today? How much cash these places even keep on hand now? Everybody's paying with Apple phones and who even uses like a physical credit card? I still do. I mean, don't get me wrong, but I mean, people are paying at restaurants and stores. They don't pay by cash anymore. Aren't those days over with now? They don't even make the penny anymore. So what are you going to get out of it? What are you going to hold? Is that a place? What are you going to gain from that? How much money are you going to actually pull off of that one? That's worth going to like federal prison for and shit like that. That's not me. Not me. Anyways, okay. I heard some about this. And I do not agree with that. That's not cool. I'll go promise you. Well, promise to me broken, but yes, I will go back and I'll go back and watch some of his streams there and see what the heck was going on. But listen, I've never wished anybody any sort of ill will on here. When I say karma's going to get you, that just means karma's going to get you. That's all it means. It doesn't mean the Undertaker or the Grim Reaper is in your foreseeable future. all it means is that, no good deed goes unpunished, and especially bad ones. So what I mean is, if you're gonna, a stroke of bad luck is coming your way. That's all that means. That's all I've ever meant by that. So there's that. Guys, we did over 3 hours. All because of you. I give you guys credit. You did it again. You did it again and again and again and again. And you'll do it some more. So with that, guys, all things being equal, all good things must come to an end. A small streamer always hedges their bets. And so much more. Thank you for tuning in, for listening to another episode of Honest Abe presents, produces, commentary, shows. Everybody knows. Just don't show your toes. Well, plenty of people done that one anyway. Fine. All right, people. That's all I have for you. Good luck. Good day. Good evening. Good night. Don't forget to write. Postcards. People, postcards. Always welcome. Oh, shit. I give you my mailing address. I do have a P.O. box in Alaska. Would you like to have it? Sure. Why not? I'm down for this. I'm all for it. So, stay cool, guys. Please, stay cool. It's hotter than shit out there most around the country. And heat stroke is nothing to mess around with. It's no joke. It's no lie. Because YouTube tells no lie. Thank you very much. It was great, wasn't it? Make YouTube great again, 2026. Shout out. Cancel Mike Cerrone. Also shout out. Where's Liliana when you need her most? Oh, be Jesus. Okay. So, what happened? I'm counting on you to draw in, to set a lure trap like they do in Pokemon Go. Have you ever played that? Heard about that? I'm sure you have. And we're gonna set up a welted rose lure module tonight on Vegas Valleys, and we'll see if it works. I think if enough of us plug them in, then we have a higher chance of, like the lottery, winning this thing. I mean, she had no problem getting on for 6.5 hours about a month ago, so she didn't have a problem getting on now. Right? Right. Oh, Mike's got court tomorrow. That's right, he does, don't he? He did. And if he doesn't show up, he'll get a bench warrant, and he'll be live on a panel somewhere, and he'll be getting arrested again. He'll get arrested again. And put in handcuffs. Silver bracelets. Always, like I said, people, you all have to walk this one back, and we all, including myself, we all have to. Mike was not lying when he says all the police, the popo, in his town know him. No, they do know him. They know him very quite well. Only every time they come to say hi, he winds up in those pairs of silver bracelets and gets cuffed and stuffed in the back of a squad car and booked into jail. Maybe they just like his company so much they don't let him go. What do you think, guys? What are you thinking? Just speculating, that's all. How much you want to bet he ain't gonna show up? How much you want to bet? I will bet you he will not show up tomorrow for court. And then they're gonna drag his ass in jail all over again. And he'll get to say hi to Officer Friendly all over again. Reminds me, Tyrant Bird's got a warrant in the state of Kansas. Did you know that? Bird, you got yourself a warrant in the state of Kansas. You do, yes you do. And I think that he needs to go there in the interest of jurisprudence And he needs to prove his innocence. He needs to, hallelujah, he needs to have his voice heard. He needs to have his voice heard before a court of law, in the interest of justice, in other words. I believe in the justice system most of the time, not all the time, but justice isn't always served. But how are you going to possibly present a case of your innocence unless you go there, and whether it's pro se or you find a lawyer pro bono, and or you hire what you do like him is you do a little fundraiser, a little grifting for a lawyer that you do pro se anyway. In other words, represent yourself. Yeah, that did happen. But he does have, and I'm deeply concerned about this. I think that he needs to clear his good name. Can I get an amen? In the great state of Kansas, I believe in the state of Kansas. Shout out to the state of Kansas. I'd love to live in Kansas because I love tornado out. I love tornado chasing. I'd love to go tornado chasing out in Kansas, Oklahoma, Missouri. I'd love to go out there. Nebraska, the plains, and chase these tornadoes. But maybe someday I will. But if I do go to Kansas, and I do decide to move out there someday, or just say hello, I don't have to worry about getting picked up by the po-po. See? Like he does. So anyways, Virginia Beach Police, shout out to the Virginia Beach Police. Shout out. Because they are keeping the peace over there for Mike Cerrone's neighbors and his parents. Every night he gets hauled off into the hoosegow. And he can't scream at the top of his lungs relentlessly to people on YouTube panels, see? They finally get some peace of mind. They finally get some quiet, well-earned and deserved peace of mind. And the right to be able to not have to worry about him bitching people out who are trolling him relentlessly. He's too dumb to realize that a circular troll is what that means, and he has not figured this out to this day. And I got a screenshot of it somewhere. Don't ask me where, but I got a screenshot of it somewhere of what a circular troll of Mike Cerrone is. Okay, a circular troll of Mike Cerrone is when people do the same routine with him, and then he keeps on. It's like a circular pattern. It's very calculated. It's very predictable. We know what he's going to do next. You don't have to roll the dice and land on any of those hotels on Boardwalk and Park Place. Okay, or those 4 houses for that matter either. You don't have to worry about landing on waterworks or public works. Or the water treatment plant. You don't have to worry about any of them deeds either. But the one you got to worry about is this one, guys. You got to watch out. Landing on Virginia. Virginia, is it called Virginia Place or that one? If you land on there, no, you're screwed. You're screwed. Oh, the game's over. So, I believe in the great state of Kansas and Virginia. Yes, I do. I believe that justice will prevail. And if Byrd is an innocent man, and he's got nothing to worry about, like he doesn't say much about on YouTube when you call him out for it, because he's a little bitch. He's a bitch. And he cringes every time you tell him that if he does go there to Kansas and gets himself picked up by the police, that he can't bail out because it's a no bench warrant. See, that's the problem. See? And the judge might make him sit in there until it's all said and done. So he might want a rights to the speedy trial, don't you see? He might want to pull that. I don't know. Maybe I'll take a plea bargain like the last time. Maybe not. And Mike Cerrone, well, all I can say is I think that tomorrow is going to be we're going to find out tomorrow if Mike Cerrone decides to play hooky and skip and ditch class again and not show up and tick off the judge all over again, who I'm sure will show him even less leeway than the last time and the last time and the last time. Don't you see? So I think we got some good ones here, guys. Some front pagers. In the drama tabloid news. And I bet you Burr's really ticked off at me right now. And I think that's great. I think it's wonderful. Mike, you listening out there, buddy? You've been on my channel before, one time. That was when Truthfinder got all of those trolls off of Music Biz Marty's channel and that his whole side of YouTube and brought him in there and reeled him in. I remember those. And so, anyways, it was Combat Wombat got up on there. The guy tried trolling me because I got on Mike's panel, but that guy didn't know I knew Mike's from before he went live on his channel. I did. So yeah. But I do believe that Mr. Tyrant Bird, Steph doesn't have much to say about it either. I'm sure Paulie Crispy doesn't either. Well, Paulie Crispy's got to get permission slip to get on my channel anymore, I guess, because there's a little birdie out there that doesn't want him coming around, I don't think. And I do believe that he needs to definitely go to Kansas and prove his innocence, you see. That he's not worried about it. Bird always wins, right, guys? Bird always wins. Well, then in that case, you can put us all to shame there, Mr. Tyrant, Mr. Big Bird, and go to that great state of Kansas. Means Kansas for people of the wind is what that means. And you need to go win again. Go tell the judge Bird always wins. Go tell him that. You tell him Abe sent you. The judge will probably appreciate that because now you're going to be within the confinements of his court, see? So anyways, I'm guessing there's going to be some bars in your future if you do that one. Just a thought. Judges tend not to like it when people go against them and ditch their court. They tend to take it as a disrespect of the court, the people, and of their robes, of their robes. So, anyways, Mike, you need to do the same thing in the state of Virginia tomorrow. Show up tomorrow, and you just tell them. You tell them everything you told us on YouTube. I'm sure it'll work in your favor. Bird, same thing. I believe this. When you go in that state, state of Kansas, you tell the judge everything you said on Paulie Crispy's last night, especially about me. Okay? You tell him. You tell him Abe sent you. And you put them in their place is what you're going to do. Was McDonald's and breakfast? They don't, that for a while. I mean, I got another, okay. Well, I mean, all right, I got like 10 minutes. Who's counting? Maybe I get some lunch instead. 4:20 noon. I don't know what to say 4:20 except I gotta get out of here, guys. I gotta go. This has been fun. I stand by what I just said about Bird and Kansas and Mike Cerrone in Virginia. Yes, I truly do. Yes, I do. It's a good time, done it, guys. Thank you. God bless y'all. Y'all take care. Y'all be good. And y'all stay cool out there. And y'all come back now, yeah? Kansas.